Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 12th session of Deep Blues, an Apocalypse World adventure. My name is Josie, and I'm the MC, and joining me today will be my good friends Wind,
Whoa.
Seth,
Hey.
and Apom.
Here.
We're attempting some sort of, I call it strange, but it turns out this is professional and probably better than what we were doing. Hopefully we manage to make it work. If we don't, then you're going to be hearing the normal bullshit through Discord. Oh boy. So, who remembers what happened last session?
We fought the water bastards.
I was... Well, let's see what I did exactly. I mostly helped try to keep the deck safe during that fight. Giuseppe wasn't super prepared for it. He was trying to do stuff with his hands and couldn't be out on deck.
Well, Rusty decided. Well, Rusty didn't have any say in the matter. Thriss was just like, hey, we're going to go kick some ass and we're going to do it. You got that? And Rusty's like, okay. Alright, I guess we're doing that. And it went bad real quick. Real quick.
It turns out you're not so great at that, huh?
No, I mean, Rusty, to be fair, Rusty said he's not very good at fighting to begin with.
And you say that, but you've done some rat shit.
Yeah, but he's not that good. That was all luck.
If you say so.
Thanks, Psychic Butt.
Thanks, Psychic Bot. So I think we're gonna go ahead and start before we set the scene. With I think Giuseppe's backstory, his origins, I suppose, have been figured out.
In some sense, yes, I'd say so.
Okay. So would you like to share?
I may need a little bit to make sure I have it all down, but it won't take too long.
What does that mean?
I don't have like a name for the place where he was at.
You can come up with one if you have an idea of.
Basketball.
I have an idea of like what the place is. So
Do you want more time?
kind of like don't want to
I'm
like
asking.
stall it
Do you
anymore.
want to share it with?
What?
What's that?
I kind of like want to stall it anymore. I feel like that would be bad.
Give it to us.
Just name it sports.
Sports.
Or jorts.
Where is Giuseppe from?
Okay. Giuseppe is from a place in the mountains, basically, where he was born after the calamity that caused the world to be flooded by the blue. And because of this mountainous area, the people there were not terribly affected by it. It affected where they could travel, but not necessarily where. It did not destroy their homes or their infrastructure. So it ended up being rather like it was also one of the few major land spots that was present at the time. And as a result, it was basically like a major hub of trading and also just like a general rich man's area. So Giuseppe was born into like I guess a fairly profitable place. And it also got him to like learn a lot more than the other party members may have. He knows how to write, he knows a lot more about culture and certain games, he knows how to play chess when they don't, you know. But I think
He's been
Giuseppe's
he's been playing chess while we've all been playing checkers.
Oh no.
And so this is Giuseppe's homeland, but I don't think he's been there in a while. I think something has happened there that has caused him to basically be disgraced from the culture that had formed there. He's, I guess, basically like persona non grata or something like that, just not to be mentioned around there. And it was likely something that wasn't his fault. It was something that happened with his family.
Okay. Is this anywhere that might be in this area, or is it somewhere like way, way?
Not like super far away. I feel like maybe like slightly off the map that we've drafted, but it's still in a place where Giuseppe could go back to it, but hasn't, and does not really want to unless he starts to gain a good name again. And he currently does not have a good name.
Okay.
So once he became of age and like left the town to avoid like the ire of the townsfolk, he basically like feel like probably was like first like a small boat voyage to another populated area, and over time there he gathered up his small crew, first consisting of just Bung, Darnell, and Fuzz, and then sawed off the land boat that would eventually become the Exodia. and then just started trading around. Eventually gained status. Recruited two other weirdos. Recruited a medic who was not a weirdo, who was also a bartender, and that eventually brought him to leaving Velcro. Yeah, Giuseppe like picked up his music habits from well, he was in his hometown,
Okay.
and he felt like, guess just to the only thing he was going to bring with him would be those music skills, so that he could like try to spread them around the world. Since from what he had known, no one else was really knew about that anymore. Anytime visitors came by, they was always like surprised that he knew how to play any music at all.
Okay.
Is there anything else to say? I guess what would he name this place? Something like
Just name it Jingle.
Jingle.
Gotta name it something expensive. Like,
I think I did have an idea. We could name it Hollywood.
that'd be
Even
good.
even though it's nowhere
It's
near
nice.
Hollywood, but this is like maybe the letters floated by sometime and they decided it would be nice to keep it to name it after that.
Counter suggestion. Bollywood.
Bollywood, like the H distorted.
No, because Bollywood is a place.
Yeah, but you could say like the H sign has like distorted over time into a B.
Possibly.
I guess like I know
So-
there's like more specifics there that you'd probably want to ask me at some point.
It's fine. You just kind of keep going, huh?
Yeah. Do you still want to ask me the other question that you were reserving for
Yeah,
my?
I was about to get to that. Do not worry.
Okay,
So
sorry.
since you opened your brain last session, and I never really asked a question because I'm a fool, we'll go ahead and ask it here. If Giuseppe were to kill Rusty and Lug, how would he go about it?
Oh boy.
Don't like that.
This is sort of like a tricky question. Giuseppe's not like a murderous guy, but I guess he might have to end up in that situation at some point if he weren't a good captain. He'd be like in this case like willing to kill or like forced to kill them.
It doesn't matter. If he had to kill them, what would he do?
If he
Hey, Lug, I bet
I
you couldn't
say-
hold your breath for longer than 5 minutes.
No, we can't do that. We can't do that. I can't kill him like that. I'd say that Giuseppe's not like a violent guy. He doesn't want to like do it like by his hand, I feel. I think maybe in some sense he would like treat them to a toast and send them off to a losing battle of some sort. Some battle
So you'd
where
send
they'd
them
like
somewhere where they're...
never come back
you'd send them
from,
somewhere to
or
die.
like an expedition.
Okay.
That's interesting, honestly.
Yeah. Fucked up, but interesting. I see Giuseppe actually being able to do that. Or doing that if need be.
So, I suppose we'll come back to our scene. Captain Crunk had just come on your ship, and had just, like, killed his first mate, and had extended the invitation of parley. Did you take it?
We don't have any better options, so yeah.
Okay. I think Captain Crunk is currently lounging on a chair and a table that his crew brought aboard. A second chair had to be brought out for you. The other two, Rusty and Lug, will probably have to stand nearby.
Where is Lug standing nearby already?
Probably.
Well, I think right now, Lug would be kind of looking over this Captain Crunk fella. Probably in a position where it's obvious that they can see each other. And I think I want to roll with reputation.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. By the way, did you figure out what you wanted your improvement to be?
I'm gonna hold on to that one, just in
Okay,
case I
go
don't
ahead.
get a thing.
I think we're sticking with our current highlights.
Fine by me.
Ooh, and that's a +1, but that doesn't really matter.
Not even a help would do that. So, which move is this?
Reputation. On a miss, they've heard of you, but
Reputation
the
in
MC
what
decides. But
Playbook.
I think
Driver. Call. Okay, I'll just read this out. When you meet someone important, your call. Roll plus cool. On a hit, they've heard of you and you say what they've heard. The MC has them respond accordingly. 10 plus, you take +1 forward at them. On a miss, they've heard of you, but I decide what they've heard.
That motherfucker
Okay.
likes Minecraft.
I think I know what they've heard about you. And I suppose respond accordingly makes sense. I think that he doesn't say anything, but he has several of his bigger boys standing between you and him.
As he should. As he should.
Like, and they're definitely eyeing you. Like, don't you fucking do something.
alrighty. Off to a good start.
Yep, sure is. I think it will just. Giuseppe, are you currently sitting in across from Crunk?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. I think after a bit of like kind of awkward staring, Lost and Found bring out some weed CT and sets it down, but next to each of you.
I guess I drink it.
Okay. Krunk kind of eyes it for a sec and then hands it to a nearby crew member, and they kind of like take a tentative sip and then nod. He's like, then he downs it. He takes his legs off of the table, kind of like stretching out a bit, and he goes, so, what are you here for?
Mostly a favor to our friend, and picking up some other stuff along the way.
You know you're you're no longer under the protection of the unspoken rules of the Blue, don't you?
Yeah, I kinda figured, honestly.
Folks leaving the currents between between areas are fair game, and you're far from home.
Yeah, that is true. We just, I think at this point we're a little unfazed by a lot of stuff.
I think at this point he slams his hand down on the table. Now quit beating around the bush. We know exactly why you're here. We ain't no stupid landlubbers like yourself. So just lay it all out.
And is this directed towards Giuseppe specifically, or just the whole group?
I mean, if you want to respond, you can.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of something good to say.
I think Lug is kind of like eyeing Rusty and Giuseppe, kind of like, what the fuck do we say?
Well, Rusty's holding his side. Right now, he's still at 9 o'clock.
Oh boy. I look over and it's like, oh god.
I think at this point Quill might have given you a little bit of patching up. Just like some gauze and some painkillers or something like that. Nothing that'll like bring you up, above 9, but
Something to help out.
yeah, something to keep you stable.
Something to keep me from dying right off the bat during this conversation. Yeah, I just fall over dead during a fucking conversation between Giuseppe and Captain Kronk.
So Krunk's saying that he knows that you're fucking lying, or at least like not telling you the truth, and he is telling you why are you here?
Okay, I'll be honest. We are here for the treasure probably, but we're also here as a detour for we're going somewhere else.
Ah, yes, the treasure. That wonderful big-ass wreck. Yes, but no one can get to it, obviously, or else we'd have gutted the thing ourselves. It's no secret that we can't get at it ourselves on our own, so it seems you think that you can get to it yourself, can you?
Well, I don't see why not. We got a kind of capable crew, and we might as well give it a shot. We don't have much else going on.
I think he looks around for a bit. He's like, well, in that case, maybe we can help each other out.
How so?
Oh, just a fair trade. Just some nice things in exchange for allowing you in here and allowing your folks to get in and out.
And what do those nice things be?
Well, first of all, of course, we want to cut the tanker. We want some of that nice metal for ourselves,
What do you're gonna have to talk to this guy about that. He gestures over to Lug.
Lug is giving like the most burning look he can at Giuseppe. It's like, what the fuck? Why would you pawn this off on me?
You're the metal. He's the metal boy around here. He uses the metal. I don't have much use for it myself, but he's like got big plans. So
Lug is visibly just kind of like dumbfounded. It's like, why?
I want to jump in. Which one is it? I want to say as Rusty, because obviously Rusty's gonna want to eat some of this. He wants to split, how would I put this? Since he's wanting like 50-50, I'm assuming. Yeah?
He's basically saying a cut.
A cut, just a cut.
Yep, hasn't said a particular thing.
Let's see, what are my...
If I would, it would make some sense for people to start rolling things like reading a person or manipulating.
Yeah, that's what I'm wanting to do. I want to
I'm
roll
hanging
hot.
on till the I'm hanging on till the end of the deal to use one of my moves. Want to hear more
I'd
about
say
it
like
first?
with each proposal either of you makes would be roll, seduce, or manipulate.
Yeah, I want to roll hot to get like a better cut for us.
Okay.
Just so then I can eat some without Lug being upset about me getting a piece too.
The way this will work, I'll say, is that on a 10 plus, you get everything that you want, and they'll get a much smaller cut of whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Or he'll have to settle for something less. On a 7 to 9, you'll have to negotiate what they'll get instead of what they wanted.
What about a miss?
On a miss, they go hardball, and they'll get either they get everything they want, or shit gets ugly.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take this chance.
And
Does anyone want to like do that reading?
I was gonna ask, what's the thing for helping with HX?
It's roll
help or
HX.
interfere. You roll 2d6 plus HX.
Yep.
And so,
Okay,
Seth, you're absolutely gonna be doing that?
Yeah, I'm absolutely doing it. Is it okay to roll right now?
Do you want to know anything about like reading him, or do you want to do this
I just want to do this straight.
Okay.
Looks
I
like
want
a
to use
hard
one of
man.
my Mr. D moves. Oh.
That's a +0, so I don't get anything with that.
God
That's
dang.
great.
What were you saying, Apom?
I was going to use one of my Mr. D moves, but I was going to wait a bit.
What would that be?
I was going to use Fingers in Every Pie. Wait, is that? Yeah, is it Fingers in Every Pie? Yeah, I was going to use that, but not right yet.
So Rusty fails
say
to
that-
go.
That would be, I suppose, depend. But yeah, Rusty. What do you say?
Rusty fails to say something along the lines of.
He just goes, hungry.
Yeah, that's what it comes out as in the end. But he wants to negotiate with Captain Kronk. He wants a cut of it to put on a super special show to see just how much he can eat of the ship.
Oh, Lord.
So he just starts babbling about like, I want some of that too. And he's just like, your boy's a bit simple, ain't he?
Giuseppe compliments setting someone to grab him a beer, but he decides against it.
Lug kind of like pats.
We be wanting 60%.
Alright, I guess
No
that's fair.
less. Second, we want all the oil aboard. All that good black stuff.
May I do another seduce
No.
or manipulate? No, hold on, hear me out. May I do another seduce?
Are you going to eat the oil, Seth? You can't eat the
I'm
oil.
going to eat his sword or gun, whatever he has on him.
No!
I'm
Don't
going
do
to
it.
Speaking
attempt
of
to.
which,
We
to
want
make
him
this
to be our
offer.
friend. He has a sword.
I am begging you, Seth.
Yeah, Jesse.
since that's actually been mentioned, he does have his gun
Okay.
just out, not pointed at anyone, but like on his lap, as a show of like, this is my home kind of shit. It's a Glock with a modified like rifle stock, an extended magazine, and a thermal scope.
May I make the
It
offer?
reminds you of the first mate's scope actually.
I think you should read him, Lug.
may I make the offer to eat his gun
No.
for a better deal?
No.
Am I allowed this?
I will
like, that's an
I
idea.
can't-
It's like you could say like, let me put on a rad show for you.
to just show
or
you
something.
just how good I can be?
I suppose.
Oh,
What would I
please
roll?
don't.
I'd roll
I'm begging
seduce
you.
or manipulate,
I'm
right?
begging
Hot?
you.
We're gonna die.
Can I
That
roll
That would
to
let
interfere?
let other people do shit first though.
Okay.
What is everybody doing?
Holding
When did
Rusty
you-
back.
Okay,
Did you
but,
want to make
like,
a roll?
No,
Reading
no,
or something?
you guys.
No.
Nobody wants to know anything at all.
I want to know, but I don't want to use so many rolls at once.
You can do so many rolls.
You can just roll. What are you talking
Just roll,
about?
yeah, just roll.
Okay,
Go hard.
okay. I want to read a person here.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
I'm terrified. I have one show.
That's better than me.
That's better than what I have on hot.
God fucking.
Can I do
I'm
our?
gonna shit my pants.
So,
Hey,
any
yeah. Can we
please,
both?
can
do
I
the
just say
HX roll?
words?
Oh,
Are you gonna do an HX support?
Oh, you could do that. Yeah,
I
sure.
would like to do.
Please, please
Uh,
help me.
What
Don't-
is wind typing?
We both help you.
Wait, no, you both can't help. Only one
Aw,
person. What the hell are y'all
shame.
doing?
Oh.
Shame.
Oh
Did
my
one of you at
gosh,
least like
guys.
boosted enough?
Yes, it would. It was give it +2. Okay, so you get one of the questions on Read a Person. Those being, is your character telling the truth? What is your character really feeling? What does your character intend to do? What does your character wish I'd do? And how could I get your character to blank?
What do you guys think? I'm thinking like, how do I get your character to blank, and blank being accept a certain deal,
Yeah.
or maybe like what they'd wish I'd do, or what they intend to do.
Well, you know what they wish you'd do and what they probably intend to do. But
Um,
what you're wanting right now is to, like, haggle a deal.
Okay, so
You
I'm
could
gonna
do,
ask
how could I get your character to blank in order to figure out, like, what can I do that does not involve, like, bald-faced lying to them?
Okay, how could I get
You know,
how could I get Captain Crunk to give us a good deal?
this would be about the oil stuff, so you want the oil?
Do we need fuel?
Yes.
I guess this could be considered like you'd have a stable or like a really large fuel source if you wanted.
Yeah, and we could also use that for trading. I know a lot of other people want their oil.
The ship
Right,
would probably need something like it.
So yeah, how
Um,
would I get Clunk to give us enough oil?
a majority of it, I suppose, is what we'd say.
Yeah.
A big cut. I think that as you're talking and like making different proposals, Krunk kind of just like starts to get a bit like tired of like going back and forth, and he's like, "You know what? Fuck this. My boys haven't had a good show in a long time. Have that stupid fucker eat his knife."
Hell yeah! Rusty gets too excited. I'm gonna say as Rusty goes, hell yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Do I? Okay.
I think the whole crew like just kind of like takes their eyes off of the table, and they're just like, What? Eat a knife? What? Oh, what?"
Glug,
Hell yeah.
Glug looks away.
He's seen this enough.
You know what? I think like in this case, I'm gonna have you roll weird for it.
Okay.
The knife turns into like a liquid.
Okay, you did. You managed to not stab your own guts. So, how are you swallowing this knife?
Well, I'm going to fucking use my goddamn quadcopter.
Oh my god.
I'm going to put the knife on the quadcopter.
This is the first time we've seen the quadcopter in action.
Yes. I've been
Oh, I love
planning
you.
this since I got it, okay?
Oh my god.
I'm going to use the quadcopter to drop the knife into my fucking mouth. I'm gonna swallow it that way.
Which knife is this?
Well, I don't want my fucking iridescent knife because I love that thing a little too.
You're gonna use one of the many knives?
Yes.
The harming knife.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna swallow. Oh, just
I'll
one of the
say
many
that
knives.
this is... You actually drop a sigh into your mouth.
Oh,
Which, like,
shit,
it's
dude.
kind of wide, so, like, you have to open real wide. How it manages to not catch your esophagus, no one will ever know.
Glug has left the room.
And how it doesn't, like, pierce the bottom of your stomach, no one will ever know either. But that shit just, like, falls and goes in, and then everyone, like, circles around you, like, did it fall, like, underneath or behind him, or where'd
I'm
it go?
gonna
And
ma-
you're just like,
I'm gonna make a smug look and gesture. Like, see, I told you I could do it.
I
Yeah, I
can't
think
told
wait.
you.
I can't wait for when Rusty gets punched and takes twice as much damage because of it.
Oh my god. I think at this point, Krunk himself is like clapping and cheering and whooping. He's like, "Fuck yeah, that was red as hell."
I don't know how he does it. He just does it.
This is what Rusty lives for.
I think Nickel and Zink are like basically just like come over and like hop all over you, like, "Ah, yeah, good job, fuckhead." Baby Blue did it. Best show yet. Yeah, I think with that, Krunk accepts 75-25 on the oil.
Good by me. And is there any other deals you'd like to make?
Okay,
Final
yeah.
deal. Please don't ask
says,
Rusty to do
"I
something
want
like that again.
One final thing, and I'm sure it's nothing too difficult for you to handle. Me and my boys want immunity from all nearby governments for 3 months."
Giuseppe, do you have the ability to do that?
You know, I'm not actually sure about that. How would you say we go about that?
I don't give a shit, I just want it. And if we
Hmm.
find out you've screwed us on this, we'll come for you.
Alright then.
What defines a government?
What the fuck is a government?
So by this you'd mean the 3 surrounding islands of Hollister, Haydn, and Prosper?
Alright, so our next goal is going to be beelining it to these islands and saying, hey, disband your government for 3 months.
I think we'll just say that just represents millions. That's like the major player in this area.
That's
Millions? You just
concerning.
need to spend millions? Oh boy.
Would I have to roll anything to ask why and get the truth out?
You could ask him his true reason and then read a person and then ask if he's telling the truth. You could also try and open your brain to see if you can get something that way.
I think it's brain time. That's +2.
Well, okay, you didn't fail. So what were you trying to figure out? Like why he wants the immunity?
Yeah. Just the intention.
I think your brain sketches out a little scene for you, and you see like just like a field of so many boats, like each larger than the last, with Captain Krunk at the head of the largest one, all like firing black pitch out of cannons in against an equally large force. just a huge, massive battle of one fleet against another.
Any of those boats look familiar?
Nope,
Hmm.
but that's what you get. Of
Jason?
course, you can do a manipulate roll to try to get that less, or at least like to weasel your way out of it. I'd say on a 10 plus, he like gives that up. On a 7 to 9, he'll like expect you to get something.
Would you like to do that, Lug?
That's
I don't want to
hot,
force you to
isn't
do
it?
Yep.
I have the worst hot here.
I can do it, I guess, then.
Well, okay, well, to answer that, who would be manipulating? Who is talking to him? What are you saying to him?
So I have the most hot, so I'd be the most likely to talk to him to manipulate. So
I think the best thing to say would be just like, we don't have that power.
I'd like to say something like, we don't know if we have that power, and we also have friends in millions who
Don't say
wouldn't.
that.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, that would be bad.
I realized I have charismatic and should have rolled weird instead of hot on my previous
Oh.
rolls. I'm dummy.
Would that have helped?
Yes. +3 always helps.
Well, you have plus weird, huh?
Yeah.
That's strong.
Okay. I keep forgetting I have that.
Which one was that? That was for the metal, right? Okay, we
Yeah.
can just we can retroactively change that.
No, it's
into...
fine. It's fine.
No, it's if it should have been something, we can just change it. It's fine.
Sure.
Like if I mean it's like only past a little bit.
Do I need to re-roll?
Nope. We'll
Okay.
just say that the final comes to 70-30 on the metal. Remember, just saying, if you realize that something should have been a different way, you can say, "Hey, actually, this is wrong," and then we can just change it.
Hey, this is wrong. Lug shouldn't be alive.
Don't worry, we're just ignoring that.
No, we're just doing a fucking weekend at Bernie's and just holding his corpse around.
Yep. So what are you doing?
Giuseppe. Okay, so do some manipulate roll. Giuseppe tells Crunk, I don't think we have that power, but we could provide you with something else if you needed it.
I think it would be better just to say we don't have that power, period. Not add any strings to it.
Too late.
You're like,
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. Giuseppe's the kind of guy who would do this.
Fuck me.
Oh no!
Fucking fuck Christ. Fuck black. Back.
If one of you shut up. If one of you wanted to help, you
What-
could.
Would that
Manage.
do anything?
If it gets to 7.
Oh, if it gets... But it would only be a 6 then, right?
+2. Damn it!
Okay, I'm gonna... Actually, I'll wait till you say your line, Josie, for Captain Kronk.
Thank you. I think that Captain Crunk stands up from the table and gets real close to you, and he grabs you and he's like, "You'll give me what I want, or you're not gonna walk off this little plank you call a boat."
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes.
He lets you go.
May I offer another show?
You seen one sword swollen, you seen them all.
Aww. What about a gun?
What if someone fired a gun and Rusty swallowed the bullet?
I think that would be very injury inducing.
Be impressive as fuck.
It would be impressive.
Now go. Tell all your little friends about the deal we've made. We'll enforce the deal ourselves. Sailor's honor.
Okay. Thank you, Captain Crunk. We'll be going out now. And Giuseppe just sheepishly gets it, just shuffles off.
He says nothing back to you as he orders his crew back to their boats, and they drive off into the mist.
Lug doesn't stop staring at them.
You hear one of them as they get on their boat, "Creepy fuck."
Yeah.
God.
No comment.
God.
Darnell speaks up. "Well, that could have gone better.
Giuseppe's just holding his head in shame. Nah,
Really bunged it up that time, eh, boss?"
Shut up, Darnell. Just go to your quarters, play your guitar. I'm upset now. I'm going to
Please take that as Rusty also bursting out in laughter over that.
Of course.
I feel like Lug is now giving the evil eye to Darnell specifically, now that the pirates are gone.
Rusty's feeling good about all this. He got to put on a
I'm
show.
not feeling good. I don't want to kill the millions.
You
I
didn't-
know why Josie said second visit to millions was gonna be fun.
I don't know why you think you're gonna kill them, but okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we're just saying, hey, it's okay to let them through for 3 months. Please don't do anything to them for 3 months. Please, I beg of you, they're gonna kill us.
Still feels like a failure as a negotiator. He thought he was a decent one. But nope, the sidekick bot just doesn't like me anymore.
So I think I never liked anyone.
I
He
like
was nice to
sidekick
me.
bot.
He betrayed me. He gained my trust and then betrayed me.
So where are we going after this?
Are you heading towards the wreck after this?
Going to assume so. We got to get rid of that big old mound of dirt and metal, though.
Oh, here's something.
What is
This
that?
whole deal thing is only if we do get to the wreck, correct?
Sure.
Just don't get to
So-
the wreck.
Yeah. That's one
Are
way
you
to
saying
prevent
just, like,
everything.
You just, like, say fuck this and leave?
We could.
Oh, I don't want to.
I mean, I don't think we're going
to
to.
Silver. We can't leave this place.
I mean,
Part
this
of
is
the
a gift
boat.
to you.
Yeah, this isn't a favor for anyone.
Yeah, this is no favor.
I guess so.
The favor was from Silver to you. You're not doing anything for anyone.
I'm sorry. I'm not remembering everything well.
It's fine.
I do want to get to that boat, though, and eat part of it.
I feel like we're gonna need to.
Okay. So you kind of have to get a bunch of people pushing on that strange floating mound to get it. You're not sure if you push the mound away or you push the boat away, but something moves. And then you start up your engines and head in the direction ? Of where you think the wreck is. But it becomes pretty obvious that you are getting closer. What would y'all be doing it'll take about half a day to get there. What would y'all be doing in that time?
Well, healing up the best I
Right.
can. And you said that would be one barter per quadrant healed, correct?
Well, yeah, pretty much. Well, it's one barter, and then after that, it takes time. The one barter counts for you going from 9 to 6, and then it takes time to get to 3 and 12.
Okay, I'd like to do that, please.
Okay. Cha-ching. What do you give her?
What do you mean?
Barters are, it's stuff. What do you give
I've got
Quill?
Will would like. All I got is a bunch of metal junk, don't I?
Maybe?
Metal junk's good. Maybe some plastic. Good plastic, not some of that chewed plastic.
Okay, you just give some bits and bobs.
Some good shiny bits and bobs. The good stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna shuffle it out because Rusty likes Quill. Rusty respects Quill. She's done a lot for us.
Yeah, nice doing business with you, baby.
Beefy.
Blue, baby, whatever the fuck they call you. What would Lug be doing?
Can we skip that for now? I'm trying to think.
Sure. Giuseppe?
Giuseppe's probably a little racked his nerves because of this encounter, and him being bad negotiator, and possibly going to be dead if he can't convince millions to not attack pirates. So he's probably doing pretty okay. I'd say maybe pacing around deck a bit, trying to fiddling his hands, doing whatever he can to distract himself for a little bit. It's not too overwhelmed, just needs to distract himself until he can get on the boat and
Right. But the important part is that you're on the deck.
yeah,
Okay.
twiddling his thumbs or playing with a deck of cards or something.
Okay. What's Lug doing? It doesn't have to be a big thing. It doesn't have to be important. Where are you? How are you spending some time?
Lug is trying to put his poor wireframe back together.
I feel like
Sadly.
I think he is doing that, honestly. Well, he's trying to think of something he can do to stop this.
Stop what?
The government thing.
Oh, okay.
Stop Rusty.
Yeah, that too.
So, I think that, Giuseppe, you're the first to see it.
Oh no.
Would you call everyone's attention to it?
Public shout not land ho, but wreck ho or something like that.
Okay. After half a day's travel to the wreck site, there's dark clouds and dark water. You see the wreck, and those dark clouds swirl over it, and that black water is just a strange tar-like substance just covering it. It tastes awful, and it's clogged up your water filter. The storms caused the acrid stuff to just constantly wash up onto the Exodia, and it needs a crew to just always be sweeping it back off. Looking away from the swirling clouds and the whirling blue, you see the wreck. It's a massive beast of a ship. Impossible to call it anything but a ship, but it's so huge, it boggles the mind how it could possibly move. Maybe that's why it's here. Stuck, lifeless, and rotting. Nickel and Zinc, I think, shamble up to your side, Rusty, and you see they're just pale, and just wide-eyed, awestruck terror. Nicholas, is this real?
I don't know, it's gotta be. We're all seeing it, right?
It seems like she can't stand at the sight, and she like falls into a sitting position. And Zink asks, how did they even build it?
Rusty just stands there looking like he's got no words. He's got no clue neither. Shakes his head.
I think Lyra's nearby, and you see like she's in tears. Like she's like heavy breathing, staring at this thing, just like unable to even really process. Quill's also a bit nearby, having just come out, and she's kind of shielding her eyes from some unseen sun while she stands next to Fuzz. Were the Before-timers even human?
Lug has sauntered on out by now due to the call. He's kind of at a distance. He's like at a part of the boat where nobody else is, kind of like in the corner. But he is looking in awe. And I think for a split moment, where conveniently nobody is looking, he kind of raises his mask just to get a better view, and he puts it back down afterwards. It is awestruck.
Are my lights shining right at the wreck?
Are what?
The ship's floodlights.
Yeah, they're on. Zula, one of Rusty's Velcrones, they're a kind of large and wide-statured person. You hear them mumbling to themselves, like while they clutch like the many charms that they collected from the before time, and they go, "There's no way. There's no way. This isn't right. This can't be right."
I'll look over to Zula like,
You've seen this? You know what it is?
They shake their head. "No, this can't. This isn't." And they just kind of like stop. Bung doesn't say anything, but you can tell that this is the least sure of himself you've ever seen him, Giuseppe.
Oh boy. I like grab him. Just like to keep him reassured.
I think he grabs your hand and he squeezes. DuckTales the movie, in a rare moment of actually showing up for the drama, steps up behind his and asks kind of in a blank voice, "Where did all the metal come from? How did they even get it?" It hurts to look at, let alone think about it. To each of you, do you avoid those runaway thoughts by just immediately getting to work, or do you try to make sense of it?
I want to make sense of this. I also want to know how the egg is reacting to this, because this feels capital weird.
It is capital weird, and you feel it. It feels dense and irritating, like an itch, but like more like annoying. The egg, it seems like it's tensing up in a weird way. Like it's weird to call it curling up on itself, but it basically is becoming denser and smaller, like gaining like a sort of barely contained, like as though it feels like it could spring back into its normal shape, but it doesn't.
What about you two?
So what do you do?
I think Steppy would probably be like completely focused on just like trying to get the stuff out so we could get out faster.
I think Lug has kind of not like lost interest, but kind of like forgotten that he's come here to pick this thing apart. He's trying to get in it. He's very curious.
Okay. So I think the first step of that is that you remember that the final obstacle that was told to you was essentially some sort of a reef or a barrier that was made it impossible for anybody to like get close to it. what do you do to try to like check that out?
How close are we to this thing?
I think you're fairly close. Like you're close enough that like you're sure that like if there is a reef, then it must be like too. It's close enough that like you can't really get to it. You know, like you're a bit afraid. You don't know where whatever this is might be. How would you check?
Throw a bottle. Bug kind of throws a bottle trying to, like, see if anything reacts. Anything in the water.
I think you throw a bottle, and it like soars pretty high and wide until it hits something, and then it seems as though the bottle is flung right back at you at high speed, where it shatters on the wall right next to you.
What the fuck? Did anyone else see that? Is my question now.
Everybody saw it.
Don't like that. Rusty's like, no, don't like that. Not one bit.
You know, guys, I feel like we've gotten the raw end of a deal here. Like, and by raw, I mean like really raw, like how I used to cook fish.
To make it clear, you can't see under the surface of the water because it's covered in that black gunk.
Do we know what this gunk is?
I think you recognize it. It reminds me a lot of like grease and oil.
Is it anything like that grease and oil that was... You know, remember those lockers from the first time we went underwater and those things got smashed and started releasing a weird substance we didn't know what they were? And we kind of ignored it?
I think it was a bit different from that. A lot
Okay.
thicker.
I want to take a taste.
It tastes disgusting.
Tastes disgusting.
Like fucking.
Would I recognize this taste as somebody who eats things constantly?
I think that at one point you ate a part of a car that you had gutted,
Mm-hmm.
and you recognize the taste from like the inside lining of one of those weird tanks that you
Tank juice.
tank juice.
I want to say that's what it tastes like, just to make it clear to everybody.
So Rusty goes, "It's tank juice."
Mm,
Rusty, you really
juice.
shouldn't be eating that, Rusty. I'm just saying.
gotta check.
If
Gotta
you say
make sure.
so.
I think we'll say this'll like speaks up. It's like, well, looks like you're not getting in the normal way.
I want to gesture to Giuseppe about possibly using that weird pen that we used for the Linarch fight, if he still has it. See if that would
I
do anything.
still have it. It's in my pocket. It's like in my knapsack right now. I pull it out. Do I need to
Okay.
roll for this to try it?
No, you just do it.
Okay, so I like click the little button on it.
Yeah, you point this little like almost like a little pen wand thing, and you click that button, and like as before, like you don't see anything, but then like there's something that like spreads out along a sort of like big three-dimensional diamond shape before condensing into a single point of like a small ball of light that just like sits there in the air, and it stays there.
Throw another bottle.
It slams back at you again.
Does this one hit?
We'll say it smashes against your chin.
Fuck!
No, Lug, please don't throw any more bottles.
Okay, so now we have a ominous ball of light as well. Is the light near us or more near the ship?
Yeah, it's over by the
Wreckage?
ship.
Okay.
I think your vision is kind of like suddenly occluded. Something comes over your head. Zinc has put Zinc's put the bathysphere helmet over your head.
Oh. Oh.
I don't think you're getting through that, so I think under's your only chance.
Why Rusty? Motherfucker that can't swim.
No one else knows how to use the helmets, really.
But
What about Lug?
Well, of course, the three of you have
Yeah,
three helmets. You
yeah, we have
dinguses.
to all go down there, but still.
Ah,
Why go to Rusty first about it?
yeah, that's my question.
Yeah. Well, I guess Rusty kind of adjusts the newfound helmet that he's got on and, like, looks incredibly wearily over to Lug and Giuseppe, like, I guess we've got to go down into the gunk, into the tank juice.
I think Lyra is looking at the three of you and is like, "Do you really want to do this? Is this worth it?"
This isn't worth it, but I don't know. I feel like we need to do it somehow. I felt like we need to do a lot of things lately. I don't know.
Well, I won't tell you not to if you're gonna do it.
Shaking
Are
in
you
my
all
boots.
fine with this?
Rusty shakes his head violently. Hell no.
Lug, gives a similar reaction, just kind of more slowly.
Do you guys want to turn back?
Should we?
I want to shake violently,
gone
but at
this
the
far.
same time. Weird question. If I were to use augury, could I put this whatever fucking obstacles, all of them are in our way, into my pocket? Could I isolate and contain a fragment of the world's psychic maelstrom under augury? Would that count? It is capital weird.
You know what?
It
That's
is
a really interesting way to look at it. Let me look at augury real quick, and
got it.
I'll read this again, probably since
Been a
we haven't done
while.
augury in a long time. So when you're able to use something for augury, roll plus weird. On a hit, you choose one. You reach through the world psychic maelstrom to something or someone connected to it. You isolate and protect a person or thing from the world psychic maelstrom. You isolate and contain a fragment of the world psychic maelstrom itself. You insert information into the world psychic maelstrom, or you open a window into the world psychic maelstrom. By default, the effect only lasts as long as you maintain it, can only reach shallowly into the world psychic maelstrom, and is local to you and will bleed instability. 10 plus, choose 2. 7 or 9, choose 1. It'll persist for a while without you actively maintaining it. It reaches deep. It reaches broadly, or it is stable, contained with no bleeding. On a miss, whatever bad happens, your antenna takes the brunt of it. Your antenna being your cult.
Yeah, being the cult.
I think that it would do something interesting. I don't think it would like negate the barriers, but it would give you a very good in.
Okay, I want to take that.
Alrighty.
And then it would remove augury, correct?
It would. So what do you do?
I'm going to take a seat. Hold the. I'm assuming everybody's already near me because, like, we're already.
Yeah, I think
Looking
they're
at
standing
this.
around you.
Can I just gesture for a hug? Because this is a bit much. I'm freaking out. I don't want to go into the tank juice. I don't want to go into the water. It's going to be dark. I'm baby. Please give me a hug during this.
I think they
scary
don't
moment.
so much. Yeah, I think they don't so much hug you as they like.
Hold.
It's more like they lean at you in like a supplicating position. You know, sort of like, you know, kind of like a prayer position,
Mm-hmm.
like laying hands upon you. And you know what? Your
Yeah.
egg does something pretty weird.
Good.
You're really not sure what the hell it is, but it pulses, and you feel that pulse like deep in your brain, like in a place that you've never even like touched. And I think that makes it a 10. It pushes it forward. Like you're thinking so hard about how you do not want to do this, and how you wish that like the problem could just be solved, or at least like lessened, and you could gain like the courage to do this. So what you're doing is you are isolating and containing a fragment.
Yes, correct.
Okay, you have two choices. What'll it be?
I want it to persist without actively maintaining it, and I want it to reach broadly.
Okay. I think, like, are you closing your eyes or are you looking at it?
I'm staring at it wide-eyed.
Okay, you stare like someone who is like doesn't care anymore about their sight stares at the sun.
Yeah.
And like you see a light beneath the skin of the world. And you see how that light interacts with that barrier. And then you can see that barrier. And you see that little ball of light kind of just drop and plunk into the water. And you see that barrier shimmer and warp. And you see almost like something is snaking through the water, but not in a like aggressive or hostile way, until like there's a sudden like splash, and then like I think that the tank juice splashes upon like your whole crew, but nobody looks up from you. And in your hand is just a small little ball.
Ball is now my new baby as well. Now I've got 2 children.
You stand up with that ball, and like you feel almost like a pull, and you like kind of look in the direction of that pull, and you're seeing Like that spot where something splashed up, there's no tank water. There's no tank juice. And it seems like it's almost like the light is just kind of shining there. It's not light, but it is light.
I want to look over to the deck where the tank juice is no longer there. I want to gesture to Lug and Giuseppe like, I guess this is where we're going. Guess this is our ticket in.
Are you guys still up to this? I don't know what just happened, but like I feel like you guys are still unwilling, so I don't want to force you.
Look over to Lug.
Lug, from what you can tell with his eyes at least, is just kind of concerned at what just happened. He really doesn't understand it, but he says, just kind of in a monotone voice, whatever just happened for a reason. I don't think if that would have happened that we would have gone. This happening feels like a push. I feel like we should go a bit deeper. And he kind of starts walking towards that area that doesn't have the smoggy bunch of water.
Are you taking your water jetpack with you?
Oh, of course.
Okay. We'll just consider that like your essential equipment for this
Right.
whenever you go into the water.
I'm gonna give Lug the bathysphere as well because I know he's gonna need it.
What are you taking then?
I'm gonna take what I usually the other one, the other mask.
The little tykes?
No, not the little
Yeah.
tykes. God.
Oh,
the little
Giuseppe
tank
gets
is
the little
mine.
tykes.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's Giuseppe's. Giuseppe
Okay,
gets
so
a
you're
little
taking
tank.
We confirmed the
You're
little
taking
text
the-
just has a cork in it, right?
pretty much.
Yeah.
So you're taking like the modified gas mask.
Yeah,
Okay.
just like last
Yep.
time.
I'm not taking any of my stuff with me except for I couldn't fire a gun underwater. I think I'm just gonna take my Swiss Army knife.
Alrighty. As you splash into the water, there's a moment of vertigo, as there usually is when you go from like on a surface to under the surface. And then like you just kind of like understand and see everything all at once. You see that the wreck is sitting atop a massive before times building. It extends so deep you can't even see the foundation it was built on. You definitely feel the weird feeling even more strongly when you look at it. It's so dark. It's darker than you've ever experienced the blue, which was already really dark. The depths seem so much more oppressive and bottomless from the lack of light, but you're still kind of surrounded by a sort of like that weird shimmering. And you kind of see a nice little path through the depths in that same sort of like strange light. What do you do?
And we have people pumping it, right? Just
Yeah, of course.
I guess we're going down the path. I'll lead the way for now.
Yeah, because I can't swim. Rusty can't swim.
who's Rusty holding on to? Probably Lug, because he has the extra propulsion.
Yeah.
Makes sense. You like swim or are pushed or like are pulled through the darkness, and your heads feel light, but not dangerously so. Like not in the way where you're not getting enough air or where like your blood is pooling in a weird place, but more like open skull surgery. The deep blue is mesmerizing, like you could just let go and slip away to a better place, and you lose sight of yourselves. Rusty, why are you like this?
Like, what specifically? Capital Weird, or
Why are you like this?
like this? Because one day he just thought it would be fun to eat due to the fact that he ate something capital weird. As far as the constant, hey, I want to put on a show, likes the attention. No, like, before this all happened, his cult wasn't really his cult, as stated in previous sessions. It was his scene. So he feels like he's always got to have, impress people to have them be like, hey, look at that guy. Blue Fingers is kind of good, but it's not enough to have people together over with him.
Lug, what did they ever do to you?
I'd ask who they is, but I doubt I'm gonna get an answer. Who is they? No answer, huh?
What did they ever do to you?
They laughed. Said it wouldn't work. It was crazy to follow some guy on his boat.
Giuseppe, what are you without your friends?
I'm what I was before any of this started. I was alone on a boat, drifting away from a place that didn't like me to a place that didn't even know who I was and didn't know anything about what I did. The only thing I knew what I had to do was find something to latch on to, make something for myself, and eventually I'll feel more accepted.
When you open your eyes, you're there, beside the blue scraper, the dark obelisk of glass. Looking around, the only part that isn't that depth dark sheen is a weird thing sticking out of the side. Some other before time thing sticking out of it. You can clearly see that there's an opening on the side. What do you do?
What does it look like, this before time thing?
It's very long, with strange outcroppings in the middle and at the back of it. There's a section of it that is like stuck into the side of the building that you can't see, but you assume that it's the same sort of like long, kind of like a breadstick shape.
Interesting.
I want to gesture to get closer to it.
And as the one in control of Rusty, I guess Lug is getting closer, as per request.
And I will stay behind for now. Slowly, only slightly behind though.
Okay.
And this is how Giuseppe would kill his friends if he had to.
Oh,
You head over to that thing, and do you go inside that little door?
Well, I think it would be safer, much safer to look in it first before just going in.
Okay. You look inside. Inside are it's like an aisle with like many seats in it, and inside the beast are bodies. You know, the usual faded clothing, luggage strewn about, bodies strapped to chairs. But these bloated husks, they haven't been picked clean by the waters as any other body you've ever seen. Everything other one has been some sort of like skeleton or even less than that. But these ones, they still have their flesh, their hair, their fingernails, their eyes, their skin.
Are they human? Like, completely human?
Yep.
are they human as we know humans?
That depends. Are you something else?
Hmm. Well, obviously Rusty is. He can fucking digest metal.
I think it's eerie. It's that sort of course, like, it's difficult when it's like a bloated body, but they don't look quite right as far as, like, people go.
And they're motionless?
They're all dead.
Glug kind of looks over to the gang. He's... Well, you can't really tell what he's thinking because he does have that big Hulk and helmet on. So he just kind of looks at them. You can't really digest anything from it. But if you had to guess, he'd say it was worry.
I'm gonna crawl in. I'm gonna
Okay.
carefully shift my body away from Lug and into this opening.
Give him a little push for help.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so kindly.
You push Rusty in a bit, and it doesn't feel much different. There's like, well, there is a difference. It feels like a threshold is passed, but you aren't like beset by some sort of like flesh-eating bacteria or, you know, brain-boiling anomaly. You're just there. You're in a small, long room filled with bodies.
So nothing else is in there, just the bodies.
The bodies, their luggage.
I guess I followed behind too.
Well, of course.
I'm gonna gesture to come in.
The water's fine.
Water's fine, everybody. It's kind of
The
warm.
water's fine. The water's fine. It's the bodies that aren't.
Are you simply moving through it, or are you, Oh yeah, I should mention, you see, like, another door further in that you're pretty sure, like, comes out, inside the building.
I don't want to go in there without anybody. I'm gonna try to Chester to get people in.
Right, well, Lug's coming in. I don't think Lug is looking over these bodies, but he's not doing anything to them. He's searching with his eyes, and I doubt if he were to find something, he would take it.
Okay. I don't think you learn much about them except that,
They're dead.
yeah, they're dead. Do you go through that other door?
What does the rest of the gang do with these bodies?
Nothing. I'm looking out to see if Giuseppe's coming in or not.
I'm like peering through. I see a lot of bodies. I was like, these are like, those certainly are some dead bodies. That's a dead kid.
Thanks, Paul.
I guess I like slowly like pull myself inwards.
And I'm assuming Lug has already made his way closer to the door, if not to it.
And you're holding on, correct?
No, not anymore, since I don't have to swim. I can just kind of walk and wave my arms forward.
You have some good handholds in here.
Yeah, I can make my way on my own
Downtown.
since there's... Yeah,
Right, so you're going through that door?
I want to open it, yeah, if I can.
Okay. You open it, and it kind of like, looking through it reminds you a lot of like when you're surfacing. That sort of like strange wavy quality to like the surface of the blue. And you step through. And you kind of like tumble out. Because you're no longer in water.
Oh!
You fall in like on the pile of like paper.
Those poor papers are probably ruined now.
Oh, wet and soggy. I'm gonna look
Did the
back
two of
and
you
be like,
follow?
what? Okay,
Can we see Rusty through this still, or like is Rusty gone?
You can see him, but it's like looking through the surface of water down at someone.
Lug hurries on in.
You kind of like splash out as well, kind of like falling in a pile. It's dry, very dry air.
You say there were suitcases in the room with the bodies?
Yeah, they're luggage.
I don't know if there'd be anything useful in there, but I'd like want to grab one and then follow along with them.
Oh no.
businessman Giuseppe.
You know, what if I need to smack someone with it?
Okay, you grab one of the luggage.
Look
Do
at
you not want to open it yet?
Not yet. I'd rather open it on dry area.
Okay, you step through, and as with the others, like the change in how gravity works just makes you fall over. That suit, of course, all three of you and your suitcase are soaking wet.
I'm always soaking wet though, so it's no different.
Yeah, it's at this point that you realize that like you've kind of reached the end of your air ropes.
Well, at least we can take him off now freely. And I think Lug does just that. And he's looking for a place without paper to put it down.
I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna freak out about Plug just taking his helmet off. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? We don't know if it's good.
Yeah, he seems fine.
Seems fine. Okay, well, it's good.
Yeah, I think you set it down on a nearby desk that doesn't have as much paper. Yeah, you're in a dusty, dry room. Yellowing paper like everywhere. A desk and a small chair.
If I'm just like lying on the ground right now, I want to like look down and see if I can make out anything on these papers. Just like if there's anything of note.
I think just about everyone that you're finding right now is just so yellowed and brittle that it's illegible.
I'll look around and see if there's anything of note. The Rusty, quickly, Boops or Bobs.
I think like when you're doing that, you exit the room, and you kind of like you're all taking probably like a look around.
Am I disconnected from my airflow now?
If you take your mask off,
you get pulled back and you kind of fall on your back.
you're at the end of your rope.
I don't know if I want to like unplug it just yet, in case something happens.
Okay, then you're gonna have to stand next to the door.
Yeah, for now. Keep watch, and if anyone needs to bring something to me.
Yeah, I would have already taken it off because it's like, oh, Lug's fine. Sure, alright. Guess since
Okay.
Lug's not dying, I guess it's good.
As you two exit the room and you have a look around, it's similar in some ways to how that the beast was, but it's dusty and so dry, like someone sucked out all the moisture. There's bodies like in the beast, but these ones are dried out, but still have all their parts, like nothing's touched them. Some sitting in chairs, some on the ground. Some look like they had fallen over suddenly while they were in the middle of whatever they were doing, holding something. As you look around, though, you find lots of just like stuff that you kind of recognize from like other places that you've grabbed shit, but like almost like they were preserved. You feel a lot less like you're like searching a building and more like you're raiding a tomb.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But you find a bunch of bits and bobs, watches, belt buckles, plaques, some knickknacks.
What do those
some
plaques
scarily...
say?
What's that?
Those plaques, are they legible, those plaques?
Yeah, they are, absolutely. A lot of them say things like employee of the month, or CEO, this person, that person, owner, this, that. Just stuff that like is almost completely meaningless to you, except that there are names. And you're barely even sure their names.
Yeah, who names a kid Jerry? What
yeah,
the
what
fuck?
kind of names? Just give us a few examples of these freaky names.
Well, one of them is Tom.
Tom Baker, Jim Dooley, Frank Hickenbacker, and that's all I'll do.
Just normal.
You also see
names.
like some scarily, like some really smooth crystalline knickknacks, like just like you've never seen something nearly so smooth, including one that's like has like this blue and green paint on it with like it's like very specific in how it's made, but like you don't understand why it's painted like that.
What shape is it?
It's a globe. It's like a very smooth crystal globe.
Lug touch.
You touch.
Touch. Does it spin?
No. This one's sort of like it's sitting up top of a pile of papers.
So I
think
push
at
it
this
off
point-
and it breaks? Is what you're saying?
If you do push it off, it will break.
Good. I won't then.
Okay.
I was about to say. Going to.
Giuseppe, what are you doing?
So I'm just in like the initial room right now.
Yep.
Is there anything else of note that I can see around me? Other than the entrance to the next room?
I think kind of nearby you, it looks like some sort of big metal cabinet. And you like kind of look at through it a bit, and you actually find like everything is so hard to find that it's like readable. Sometimes you'll find like a word or two, but like it's just not there. Until you find like a single folder that has a single page of text that you can actually read.
And I read it.
Do you read it by yourself, or do you read it with the others?
Unless they want to come back over here, I like maybe like wave over it and like wave it around in front of over through the door, or like so they can see it.
Okay, so Giuseppe seems to have like called you over. Are you still with the little Tykes mask?
I should still be wearing it, yeah.
Okay, you're not gonna. I don't think.
Okay, maybe I should disconnect it at this point.
Will you?
No.
I guess I'm not.
I thought I was joking, please.
I need to keep Giuseppe rooted down. This is what he deserves.
Punished for his
Okay,
war
so I
crimes.
suppose you'll hand it to someone else to read because your fucking mouth stopped up.
Well,
You
Lug's
handed
the
to
only one who can
Rusty.
I
read.
didn't. Okay, I'll take it off. I'll like take my snorkel off, but like
Okay,
still hold it in my arm so I don't like accidentally drop it down into the water.
Well, the water is the water vertical?
Yes.
The water? Yeah, it's as though it stops in midair.
Fucking freaky.
So for this, do you want me to read it, or do you want whoever wants to read it to read it?
I can read it. It starts with Dear pesky plumbers.
No.
Okay.
What's a plumber?
How about should I read it then in my voice?
If
that
you
be interesting?
disconnected it, you may as well.
Okay.
But here it is. Understand the dashes mean illegible text.
No one eat this. It doesn't deserve to be read. My last testimony to no one, and the last thing this world will ever see from me. They will save us. Help us in this time. The light will be our saviors, and we will join with them and each other. So long trying to see them, touch them. It's only right that it hurts. Escape our inevitable fates. Don't want to be Sarah, I don't want to be Baxter, don't want to be that bitch who cuts me off every Tuesday, don't want to be one of those drifters behind the 7-Eleven. The light will save us, they have to, there's nothing left if they don't. We've taken too much. Not enough left, too. The vessel is the key. The vessel is the bridge. The vessel will take us from ourselves and make us into everyone. We don't deserve their help.
Lug kind of goes back to that room with the globe. He's thinking that over, and he's not wanting to think that over, and he wants to distract himself.
Okay.
Giuseppe just doesn't know what it is. He's like really confused. Like, why did the words change partway through? What's this about the light and the vessel?
I
So he
don't
just
think
like
Lug
mulls over it a
understands it
little bit.
either, but
He know.
I don't think he
we all
wants
know
to.
it's bad news, whatever it is.
Yeah. We know something's up, and we don't want to think about what's up.
What does Rusty think?
I want to think about what's up. What the fuck the vessel? What the fuck the light? What's a 7-Eleven? I'm confused.
What's a Teu's day?
Oh, I see. It's a meat. It's a nut.
Don't say that. Don't say that you're going to be a drifter behind the nut. That doesn't make sense. I want to know. Rusty's curious. I don't understand. I can't reread it. I can't just ponder this over with the text in front of me.
Giuseppe, teach me how to read.
I'm confused. I want to know.
Can't teach you how to read. I barely know how to read.
I want to open my brain and like, what's up with this? I'm angry. I want to know. A lot's going on. I've got an egg. I've got this light that's constantly tugging like a child, asking, hey, I want this. I want this in the store. Give me the candy. I'm a little upset. I don't want to be down here, but yet I'm down here because it's like, I gotta be down here. This light's here. I gotta be down here. I want to know. Give me the information, please. I'm sick and tired of being out of the loop.
Open your brain?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. Ooh, wow.
Fuck you. You gotta tell me everything now, Josie. That's a 13.
Hey, you didn't, like, advance that yet, right?
No, I haven't. I know.
Hey, you want to advance that real quick?
I know you. I can't. I'm only at level, like...
Hey, what do you have highlighted? Go
Sharpen
aggro on me.
hard.
Go aggro on me real quick.
I've gotta go aggro on you 5 times, Wind.
Do it.
Josie, please give me
Let's
the
see.
information.
Okay, don't you worry. I think... So your method of looking into the World Psychic Maelstrom is to, like, empty your mind, right?
Correct.
You do so violently. Like, you're so fucking angry and, like, upset about how little you understand. And this is, like, the first real, well, maybe the second real true connection to, like, the before times that you've ever really seen or read. Like, the first actual words. And, like, that, like, your head doesn't so much as, like, just kind of, like, pop open as it just, like, floods out. And it's filled with a series of images. You see a world on fire. And you see everybody in the world all at once lifting their arms to the sky to a light that they hope they can touch but never will. And you see that light bend down and embrace them. And each as one become the light. And each as one becomes everyone and everything. And you see everything leave the world. And you see the light put out the fire with so much water. And then you see the light cry. And you see it try to put the pieces back together, and you see it fail. And you see it try again, and you see it fail again. And then you see it stop. And I think you come to, like, on the ground.
I fell over, thanks.
Rusty passed out for a good minute.
Is anyone concerned about this, or is that just normal?
That's not normal.
I'm just like freaked out. I'm just like, oh god, we got into way more of this. I want a bigger cut of the oil. I want all the fucking oil right now. I don't even need it. I just want it all. Fuck you, Captain Crunk.
So, Giuseppe's about to go postal on Captain Crunk. That might be good for us.
I'm just grumbling under my breath right now.
Just because I fainted.
Because everything is going on right now, and I don't like it.
That was the final straw.
So after that,
Rusty stubs his toe, or no, Giuseppe stubs his toe. Damn you, Captain Crunk!
so after that, what are y'all doing? You think that that's probably the last thing that you've searched this place pretty thoroughly. You think that's the last thing that you could possibly, find.
Did I pocket that globe?
You did. In fact, you grabbed a bunch of bits and bobs that you're pretty sure count as about 4 barter.
Good God.
Oh, Lug, you're rich.
If
A lot
there's
of
nothing,
shiny stuff that still most of it doesn't work, but at the very least it looks nice.
okay, there'd be nothing else in the cabinets, right?
No, everything else is illegible.
I am interested in this luggage. I want to take a peek inside this so I can see if the other luggage is worth grabbing.
Okay. You pop open that luggage, and it's clothes. It's some bottles of stuff that doesn't taste good at all. Some stuff that stings your eyes when you try to smell it. And a little bag with a bunch of green nuggets.
Green nuggets?
Yeah, they it looks like a plant, but it's it's stuff. It smells weird.
While laying down on my back,
Well, we found
I wanna...
weed.
You did find weed.
Oh, while laying down on my back, I wanna gesture my hand out, if there's anything, give it to me. I'm still laying on the ground, please.
Look, should I give him one of these green nuggets? I don't know if I should.
You should. Straight up, you should.
Look, please tell me. What should I do? Should I give him this? I don't think this is good stuff.
I'm gonna.
I'm not really a plant person.
I'm gonna
but I'm-
open and close my hand. Give me.
Can I roll to? Would I have to open my mind to figure this out? What this thing is, or would it have to be something else?
I think go ahead and roll sharp, and if you get a good roll, I'll say you figure, from the context clues, this is a drug.
Could just let me eat it.
No
No.
bonus, so just 9.
You're pretty sure this is something that will do. This is drug. You don't know what it does.
Give it to Rusty. Give it to Rusty.
Lug takes it and kind of looks at Rusty and goes, "Mm-mm."
This is gonna be great.
So,
Oh boy.
so you're not gonna
I'm
give
gonna
Rusty
cry.
the nondescript green?
Mm-mm.
That
Oh.
sticky icky.
Yeah, that
That
sticky icky, that Mary Jane.
That ganja.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to.
I say we take some of it on board and give it to Darnell and see what fucking happens.
No, I'm going to continue to gesture to Giuseppe because I know there's more than that in there. There's got to be more than that in there. I don't know what's in there.
There's some rolling papers.
I didn't describe. I didn't say specifically I wanted the green stuff. I just opened my hand and gestured. Hey,
I wonder what he could have wanted.
Yeah, I
no one will
wonder.
ever find out.
I wanted the perfume. Okay.
Oh, so now you want to huff perfume, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, you can go ahead and take that stuff. I'll say the whole of it is worth about we'll say 1 barter. It's mostly the perfume and the probably the travel size deodorant.
We got clothes in here we could give to our crewmates.
So I'm not gonna
So
get
you guys
any
think
of
it's worth
this.
grabbing the rest of those suitcases?
Y'all aren't gonna give Rusty anything while he's down on the ground after passing out. Not
I
even a
don't- I don't-
fucking
I-
hand.
I'm
Can I
not an
splash a bit
angel.
of water on his face from the vertical
Yeah, you
water
can.
wall? Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna do that.
Motherfucker. Not even gonna help me up.
This is why we need.
Yeah,
this
give him
is
a
why we need
hand.
an
Give him a
angel.
hand afterwards.
Okay. So now what are y'all doing? You're pretty sure that wherever you are, it's underneath the wreck.
Is there any way up that we saw?
Yeah, you found a stairwell that seems to go pretty high.
How low does it go?
You can't see the bottom.
And
It's dizzying. You're afraid to look down. It's so dark. It's already dark in the building, but holy shit. It's it swallows the fucking stairs.
I want to huff up the stairs. I'm still angry.
Okay.
I'm still a
I guess
little
we've got to
upset.
follow the baby.
Yeah, follow fucking absolute child having a goddamn moment.
Yeah, I finally let go of my swim goggles and just follow them up the stairs, holding the suitcase and the paper.
Your little Tyke's big boy can swim.
Okay, so you head up the stairs following this angry child man who's very old actually.
He's
He's the oldest one here.
He's 37.
And you go up the stairs, and it takes like maybe 10 flights of stairs until you see a difference. And the difference is that it transitions from like peeling paint and like yellowed signs to like metal. And you recognize like you must have somehow like this building somehow pierced the wreck, or the wreck went on top of it, or something. And like before you know it, like you're basically like you're just in there, like you're on a deck.
Oh.
You're not on like the deck, but you're on like one of the innards of it.
How big is this boat? I don't think we ever established how it's massive, but how massive?
It boggles the mind. It like stretches in almost into the horizon.
Terrifyingly.
It's hard to see all of it. It was hard to see all of it from like where you were standing, because
Good
of like
God.
how like misty and dark it was. You go through the wound in the belly of the wreck. It's dreary. It's very moist, and the cold air hits your skin. There's like whole sections that are rusted, certain weak floors that give whenever you like step on them, requiring like you to constantly watch your step. What do you do?
Is there anything of note?
I think everything is like a lot of the stuff is very rusted. The walls, it's in sections. Like you can see the spots where it's like, you know, here's the metal that I could use, you know, or here's the bits of rust that I could just like put a blowtorch to get rid of it. But as you like walk down certain hallways, you know, having a look around, you notice that certain areas are much less rusted than others, and it's the point where like you're pretty sure there's like a gradation. Like the further away you get from a certain spot, the more rust there is.
Where is that specific? Is that going from the stairwell? Where is that coming from, you think?
Around the stairwell is probably the most rusted.
Ah, I see.
But I think like if you went down certain hallways, you would find much less rust.
Is Egg having a reaction to this?
The egg is almost golf ball sized.
Great!
It's still that heavy, but it's golf ball sized.
Great! What about the light that I've gotten? The light, non-light?
I think that the light is like, it's almost wavering, but it's shining very, like, I think it's brighter than before.
Does it react if I turn in any direction?
In the direction where there is less rust, it becomes brighter.
I'm just gonna walk. I'm gonna walk down that way. I'm still kind of upset. 10 flights of stairs and I'm still angry.
I'm just stepping carefully. I don't want to touch any rust.
Alright.
I think Lug by now is starting to kind of peel away at some of the rusty bits, kind of get it into a pile of just the unsalvageables.
Are you following them, though? Or are you staying behind?
Kind of like following and doing that as he follows, kind of like, he's not getting it very, very thoroughly, but he's getting like the big chunks that he can.
You're not so much like, you're not so much, you're kind of following them, but you're like distracted with that.
Very.
Okay. I'm sure there's like some points where like you step through a rusted like floor and like kind of like almost fall through, or maybe do fall through and get kind of cut up a little bit. Sure hope you got your tetanus shot.
Nope.
Don't worry, Glug is not an anti-vaxxer.
I think like you come to like it's really eerie, like because like the area you started in is like it's like rusted to the point where it's like it's more like a Silent Hill kind of fucking deal. But like the further you go, like the more pristine it looks, the shinier the metal, the more it looks like somebody had recently like washed the floors. Until you come to a room that you are Rusty, you feel that there is something through here, through these big double doors, and this room that just has a big placard above it that says engine.
Know that?
Know what?
I can't read.
You...
There's just a big plaque up there. Got it.
Somebody else said. Okay, somebody else
Rusty,
said engine
hey
or
Rusty,
something.
that thing looks like it says engine.
Fucking doofus.
I'm gonna huff and fume at Giuseppe for that one.
I'm sorry.
Why?
Please don't hurt me. I don't want to be in this situation any more than you. Please don't hurt me.
The gang gets torn apart over word.
No one's gonna help me up. You're not gonna let me drink the juice. This fucking perfume juice. You're gonna grab the green stuff and go, nuh-uh, nuh-uh, you can't eat it. You can't put that in your mouth. Now you're gonna do this. Can't read. Can't look.
Can't get stoned.
Can't get
Do you enter
stoned.
What are you doing though?
I'm huffing still. I'm puffing.
Okay.
I'm saying all of this. I can't have that white block. Can't have nothing. I swing the doors open and just close it behind myself. In the engine room, by the by.
Okay.
Oh no.
I
Huffing
think
away.
you bust through the doors and without looking into the room you close them again, but you hear a clatter from the other side.
Great. Great.
You see a few things. You see a small it's a bedroll. It's not like a bed. It's just like a bunch of stuff, like soft stuff on the ground that something was sleeping on. You see pristine machinery and like a small working light. You see a bunch of you're pretty sure those are books. You've never seen a book before, but you're pretty sure those are books. And you see a figure in the room that's pressed itself against the wall away from you. You see a white press shirt, deep blue denim pants.
Oh no.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh no.
That's okay.
But you don't see the deadpan, no life eyes, or the constant foreboding feeling of being torn apart.
Good.
You see someone fucking terrified.
Well, this changes the mood. Well,
Who the fuck are you?
I'm gonna put my hands up like, oh shit! I'm not gonna hurt you! Please!
How did you get in here? You have to leave.
Why?
Shut the fuck up and get the fuck out.
Can I open the door?
Yeah, you can.
At this commotion, Lug runs straight to the room.
You see this man.
What the fuck?
I'm like looking in. I see through the doors this man, and then I'm like, oh god. I don't even I see what looks like Jerry, and I like turn around immediately.
You leave.
That be
Just
just
yeah,
fucking
nope,
gone.
nope. I'm
It's
just
that
staying
one-
behind the door until I know the coast is clear. Nope, nope, nope.
Okay, Lug, you've entered the room and you see this. And it's like, shit, there's more of you. You need to. And then he seems to see something, and he's like, oh god.
I want to inquire as to what the fuck he just saw.
I won't do this. You can't make me. I won't have anything to do with that thing. I
What?
won't. Shut up. I'm. If you won't leave, then I will. I'll have no part in this.
What thing? Like, I want to emphasize, what is he talking about?
Where is he looking right now as he says all this?
I think he's looking wildly around, as though he's looking for some way to get out of the room without that just isn't there. That isn't through you two. It's like I'm not going to tell you a goddamn thing. I'm not going to bring this along any further than it already has.
Use or manipulate to calm down? Mayest I roll for this?
Let me see.
Or is he just this person too far gone to calm?
You have to give them a reason.
Points at Lug.
Yeah, points at Lug. This motherfucker's going
So
to kill
calm
you.
down or else.
No. Calm down. We've got a boat that can take you out of here, if need be, if you wish.
Calm down, I've got a gun.
I think I'll let you roll.
Thank you, charismatic.
Yeah, Giuseppe's still hiding behind
Thank
the
you,
door, but he's
charismatic.
listening to what's going
That
on.
one. That fucking one.
Okay, so you're hey, calm down. It's it.
Yeah.
It's I won't go
Please.
anywhere you're going. I'm not going to be a part of this. If I tell you anything, will you let me leave?
Yes.
Who are you?
That's it.
No. It's a start.
I want to know what you're freaking out about.
I'll tell you that and no more.
At this point, Giuseppe's looks through the door.
I won't be a part of the vessel. I won't enter that light.
Oh.
What?
I'm gonna look down at the light and kind of gesture to it. Like this?
You took it from me. Give it back. That's not the light. It's mine. Give it back.
I'm going
What
to
is it?
give it back. Like, okay, if it's wait, before I do it, May I roll hard or sharp, pardon, to see if this is man is telling the truth or just freaking out
You want to
about
read
it?
person?
Yeah, I want to read a person. I want to know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give me the good stuff.
Jesus, you get 3 questions.
So I want to know if
Remember that you get hold, so as it continues, you can spend them however you want.
yeah, first and foremost, since I've got that lovely 13, I can only hold 3 because I only got a 10. I want to yeah, are they telling the truth? Is this like so important and belong to them? I want to know.
Yeah, I think it is theirs.
I give it to him.
Okay, he takes it and he's immediately like much less on edge, but like, you know, he like he like enters a weird huddle, and you're pretty sure you hear like chewing sounds. And when he turns back, he's got like, it looks like very dark blood around his mouth.
Why didn't I think of doing that? Damn it.
Giuseppe's like still looking through the door, but like is refusing to actually enter. He just like
Right.
his head is poking through.
You feel that something's changed, but you don't see anything's changed.
Glug kind of takes out his pickaxe a bit nonchalantly. It's obvious he's worried.
I like put the pickaxe down. No, not yet. Is egg still golf ball sized but 2 pounds?
It's even smaller.
Even smaller.
It's like a ball bearing.
What the hell? Why is it getting smaller? I hate this. I don't want. The hell?
It's malnourished. You need to feed it
I think
more.
like when you like kind of take it out and look at it, he's like, "Stop showing me that.
The egg?
Take it away. Go away, or at least let me leave."
Guess I'm gonna move out of the way of the door.
Glug steps back in front of the door.
Questionably.
Calm down, friend. Calm down.
Yeah, stay calm, buddy.
Get
Giuseppe's
out of
still
my
like
way.
terrified, just because seeing anyone like looks even similar to Jerry just like mortifies him.
The guy's telling you to get out of his way.
Why?
Got luck.
He just
I
simply
already
asks
told
why.
you. Yeah, he says, "I already told you.
I'm hard at hearing. Say it again.
I'm not going to be a part of this."
I think you should listen to him, Lug.
Oh, you have 2 more hold if you want
Yeah,
to
I
use them.
do. I don't know if I can get it to be like a part of what? What is this specifically? Can I use one of my holds for that? Yeah. How can I get them to tell me what this is? What they mean? Be clear.
I think you'd have to torment them. You'd have to like push them into a corner and like make them incredibly scared. You'd have to like, you know, make them panic.
I don't want to do that as Rusty.
Glug shuts the door.
Rusty looks at him like, "What the fuck? Why
Wait,
would you do that?"
Did you shut the door with me outside the door?
Yes.
No.
What? No.
No, pull Giuseppe in.
Okay, you pull me in very reluctantly, and I'm just like,
Does the guy react any further to this?
He's backed up back to the wall again. Previously he had moved away from it a bit, but he backs back up. He's like, "I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of dying.
Good.
If you're going to kill me, then kill me.
You don't need to
I
die
won't be a
here
part of
today,
this.
friend.
I'm no friend to you.
We're not gonna kill you, bud.
That hurts.
Then let me leave."
Glug takes one side harm from that comment.
Where would you go?
Away.
I don't think you can really get out of this place.
Yes, I can. Let me leave.
How would you get out? There's all that tank juice up there.
Either let me leave or kill me.
We're not killing you. Bud,
You can leave when you stop being so fucking vague.
Glug kind of gets like a bit closer. He leans in forward when he says that. He's not close enough to be in his face. He's like nowhere near him, but he still is kind of leaning forward a bit. Just kind of emphasizing what he's saying.
He sucker punches you. Side of the head, and then he tries to make a break for the door.
What would grabbing him be? Would that be under fire technically?
You go with seize by force, and just opt not to do damage.
Okay.
you like no that's. Oh, you like me to do that? I have my heart ready.
Let's see. Hard is good for me, so kind of recoiling from that sucker punch. Well, let's see if he does it well first. It's +2, so it doesn't work either way.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna help.
that's,
I'm gonna roll to help.
That wouldn't. Let's see. You said it was +2.
Yeah, +2.
Okay, so I guess if you got at least 7 and 9, it would work.
Okay. Okay, cause
Okay.
I wanna
At first,
help.
yeah. At first, I think Lug like can't really react in time until like Rusty comes in and like kind of like gets in his way. You've grabbed him and he's struggling, just like thrashing around in your arms.
So I get 2 choices. So take definite and undeniable control of it, and it says impressed, dismay, or frightened. Is there anything I could do to just like?
Well, we decided like that this wasn't so much the move itself. It was like we're deciding what's happening based on the roll of the move.
Right.
You have him, like he's thrashing around, but he's in your arms.
Am I like have arms wrapped around him, kind of like hug, or am I holding his wrists with my hands?
That's up to you.
I think I'm kind of like in a big bear hug sort of thing, just kind of like squeeze, like when he starts flying around too much, just kind of a tighter squeeze, just like no, stop that, no. And I think while this is happening, Lug is just saying like, calm down. He's sounding a bit nervous.
I think at a point he stops struggling.
Yeah, bud.
He says nothing.
Are you gonna talk? You're losing here, bud.
He doesn't say anything.
Come on. Where are we?
Lug asks.
He doesn't say anything.
I want to use my last bit of hold.
Okay.
What do they intend to do right now? While being
At this
held?
point, kill themselves.
Oh.
I'm still like terrified, but I pull out that paper that the paper that we saw earlier. This is all I want to know from you, pal. Do you know anything about this? And I show it to him.
If I tell you, will you let me leave?
Do you guys agree to let him leave?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We will let you leave, and we will head back to our own place.
The world was broken, so we've tried to find another way. We asked them for help, and they did. We paid a terrible price. Let me leave.
Well gun hands him.
Alright. Thank you very much. We will be on our way.
I open the door for him.
He goes to the door, and he looks back and says, "Tell them I don't forgive them." And he leaves.
We never got his name.
Well, I'm assuming that there was no name tag on this person, unlike Jerry.
Nope.
Did this person look similar to Jerry outside the outfit, of course?
Yep, exactly like it.
I just wanted to make sure.
Giuseppe like finally starting to calm down now that he's nowhere near a Jerry lookalike. I guess he'd have some sort of PSTD is what I'm getting at.
Just walked out with a bunch of, like, blood around his mouth. Ate that fucking orb and left.
What do y'all do?
Look around the room for like a last check of anything.
Well, there's perfect machinery here. I think, like, this is the big boy.
Yeah, you recognize some things from your book. That this is a big engine. Something that could really power some real powerful shit. As well as some other, like, loose stuff. Something that you figure from the tanks and, like, the weird air hoses and shit is some sort of air compressor and a bunch of tanks.
Ooh.
As well as, I think, a bunch of machinery that seems to specifically control the engine.
Out is gonna be pain.
Well, you don't have to do it yourselves.
Yeah, still gonna be pain for whoever has to put it out.
How are we gonna get out? Do we know if we can get out?
I mean, the way we came in, I assume.
That's gonna ruin the machinery.
Well, the point is that you're not doing that, is the thing.
Yeah, we don't have to
This
figure out
thing's getting taken
logistics.
apart and gutted by other people. You know, crews who are dedicated to that.
Hmm.
People whose job it is to do that.
Don't need to figure out the logistics, it's fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah. After a little while, that feeling fades, of like that irritable feeling in the middle of your brain. It goes away, Rusty.
Calm down
Has-
now.
Has the egg unshrunk?
No,
I see if the egg will eat.
I don't think so.
I'm feeling shitty.
It's just a small, weird flesh marble.
I feel really horrible. Had a fucking fit. I held a man against his will. Egg shrunk.
I go up to Giuseppe and like give him like a like
You
back
are
rub or
Giuseppe.
something. I can know. I go up to Rusty and give him like a little like back pat or something. See if he's okay.
Doesn't help much. He thanks you, but kind of like looks still upset.
This is not what I expected at all. Nothing like this.
Lug feels bad, but he isn't showing it at all. If anyone were to see him, they wouldn't think he's thinking a damn thing about what just happened. He feels bad. He doesn't like what just happened. Again, he's distracting himself with what's all around him. He's getting to work, kinda looking for anything he can pocket himself before getting on out of there.
Giuseppe's just pacing around if there's anything of note. He just feels very lost at the moment. Something's just happened. He's gotten the crew roped into another big event that he didn't want to get them wrapped into. For the most, he just wanted to check out a few more things and then go back to normal life, but seems like they aren't going to be able to do that for a long time. This isn't what they signed up for, and they don't deserve to go through this, but they'll just have to.
I think of the major things you find, like besides the machinery, was like small like bits and bobs in the room that belonged to whoever that was. A small lamp, but there were 2 books in the room. One that Lug finds going through the guy's stuff is one that is called "Thus Spoke Zarathustra," and the one that Apom finds that's kind of behind a shelf is something called "All or Nothing."
How do you spell that?
Zarathustra.
Yeah.
Zarathustra. Do you try to leave the boat now?
Yeah.
Assuming that we can collect all the items through our salvaging that are already in here, then yeah, we should probably leave.
Mm-hmm.
Do you try to leave the back the way you came, or do you try to find another way?
Let's see if there's a shortcut in this room first.
Well, I think it would be wiser to go back the way we came because of the helmets. We can't really just leave them.
Yeah.
Well, remember that you had like winches that you could use to pull them.
Right.
We also don't have that light to guide us anymore.
Yeah.
Kind of been eaten. Not by Rusty, actually. Surprisingly.
I think that as you exit the engine room and you like kind of walk around almost blind for a bit, you find a ladder and it just keeps going and going and going. But you follow that ladder until you find a hatch that you open and come to sunlight. The roiling clouds are gone. The splashing of the waves is gone. You just hear the normal sounds of the blue, and you realize you're just on the deck of this massive ship. You can see pretty small down in the distance. The SX Exodia.
Do they see us coming out of there? Have they been like starting to gather in anticipation?
I don't think they see you on there. Like
Throw
you're very
bottle.
small. You throw a bottle on some, and like Quill's like, "Oh my god, it's Lug!"
Does it hit Darnell?
No, it doesn't hit anyone because they're too far away.
Can we roll? No, I'm just kidding.
Can I aim at Darnell?
We
you
can't hurt him that much.
I'm gonna say
You aim at him, you don't
Yeah.
hit him because you're too far away.
Darn.
Well.
I think Nickel and Zig just like scream out, "Get the fuck down from there!"
We don't know how we got up here.
No! We've been waiting for so long! We tried to get you back by wheeling it up, but we didn't find you! Because you weren't on your goddamn helmets!
How long
Wait.
we been down there? I lost track of time.
Hours!
What? Did it feel like hours?
No. I'm still upset.
I'm still like lost.
I'm not gonna make any gestures. I'm still fucking upset about egg being small. They smalled my egg!
He stole my dream journal!
So how are you getting down?
Well,
Is there any rope?
Um,
Wait, that bottle, it didn't fly off, did it?
no.
It didn't.
no, I didn't do
hit.
that weird bullshit.
Huh. Well, is there any, like, rope or something?
Yeah, we'll say there's some rope.
Throw the rope, don't attach it to anything. No, no. How long is it? Do you think it would be long enough to get down with?
We'll say it gets long enough that, like, if you just drop down, you wouldn't, like, break a leg on the water. It's still, like, lots of the tank juice.
Is there any, like, ledge I could get onto? Because I don't want to ruin this book.
We'll say your book will be fine.
Okay.
Like,
You're
you put
ruining-
in, like,
you're
a little
ruining my
bag or
immersion.
something. Yeah, I guess, y'all are gonna climb down.
No. I'm
No?
not.
What are you
Rust-
doing then?
Rusty can't swim!
Oh, yeah.
He'll be fine.
No, he won't. He's gonna
He'll be
sink!
fine.
Giuseppe,
No!
Rusty, you want to ride on my back?
Finally, the time has come.
For what?
I've been waiting for this when someone, like, when you finally get to be on someone's back. I was expecting it to be, like, in a battle, where, like, you're gonna be on someone's back and you're gonna have knives while they have guns, and they're just like, pew, 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 and there's like, stab, 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 stab.
I'm gonna huff and go, sure. Fine.
Okay, just climb on my shoulders. We'll go down, and I'll bring us back to shore.
Sorry, it's just that Rusty being taller than Giuseppe. Okay.
To
So
be
we're
fair,
swimming-
you're probably, like, hunched.
Yeah, so we're swimming through the tank juice.
Yeah, you swim through the tank juice to your, to the Exodia.
I'm gonna
and
need to get
it's-
a new suit.
Yeah, it's goopy as hell. It sticks to you real bad. It's like, bleh, gross. But you get back, and like all of your cult members are just like immediately like grab you and they're like slapping you around a bit, like, how could you fucking take that long? And you didn't even fucking tell us you were gonna leave
I'm
the
gonna
fucking
cry.
nest.
I'm gonna start sobbing. I'm already
Aw.
really upset. Now we gotta go through this.
They don't
Yeah,
stop.
Rusty just fucking cries.
I
Bawling.
think basically the whole crew is just like, what the fuck were you idiots thinking? You know, off into the distance. And I think that's it for today.
Good God.
A lot happened.
Lord. What happened? Can we canonize that, like, Giuseppe immediately went to his crew for a group hug?
Yes. Absolutely.
They
sure.
decline because you're goopy.
Yeah, they're like, no.
You hug him
They
anyway,
do
though.
they do bitch at you for being a goddamn idiot and like not like telling them anything about leaving your shit behind or anything like that.
Well, we could.
Once I get my suit claimed, we're having a jam session. Okay, I really need a jam session right now.
Sure, they agree.
Giuseppe needs his slam jam.
Gotta go to IHOP. IHOB, pardon.
Yeah,
Of
IHOB.
course.
Oh God, we forgot to canonize IHOB.
Yeah, IHOB is a thing.
Yeah, you discussed that off camera. IHOB canonically exists. We don't know where, but it exists and it is completely functional.
So end of session rolls.
Yeah.
So
This is a session. I don't know what to say anymore. Honestly.
We let a man run off to presumably go kill himself.
I think the fact that we let him run off implies he didn't. I'm gonna hope at least.
No, I'm gonna say he did because whenever I rolled that, what does your character intend to do? Josie said, kill himself.
Yeah, but that was because
that
we
was in
wouldn't.
response to like being cornered.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Alright.
I'm still hung up on me, like, being a bad negotiator.
That was great.
That's
Just
wonderful.
got, like, grabbed by the collar and, like, shook to death.
Giuseppe's getting, like, the short end of the stick on everything. Buzz just takes a knife to him, gets shaken. The fucking Jerry takes his eye.
You know, nobody except Giuseppe knows that Fuzz did that.
Yeah, I know, but still, we as
I know, I'm
the
just
people
thinking about
playing,
that.
it's just
I'm
like-
just making a.
yeah,
Thinking.
making it obvious that hey, we don't, our characters don't know that.
Yeah.
Giuseppe's gone through shit. Sidekick Bug gives Apom low rolls.
Yeah, Sidekick Bug did not like y'all
Alright.
very much this session, except for when he rolled Brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
plus 3
You
bit
actually
beat.
got like you got two like high rolls.
I
Like
did.
2 plus 12. Seth, I think
So
you're the
did
one who
I.
needs to. I think you're the one who needs to specialize in advancing moves.
Yeah, I only
Okay,
got
so,
one.
Let's real quick
I
do
got,
HX and we
like-
can
Yeah.
discuss things.
Yeah,
Okay.
HX.
So, who knew Lug better?
This is a tricky one.
I honest to God don't
I feel
know.
like both me and Lug knew Rusty better at least. I think that's like
Definitely.
debatable.
We're talking.
Well, let's start with one.
Yeah, we're starting with Lug. Real
Okay,
quick.
I'm sorry.
Who knew Lug real quick? That's hard to say. We didn't do much as
Rusty,
far as character.
because Rusty
Honest.
hitched a ride.
I hitched a ride
and
on
also
both
helped
of
you capture a man.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so would I mark that then?
Yes. Get the +1 with Lug. So, who knew Rusty better?
Which one of us saw him break down more?
You.
Okay then.
Yeah, I did kind of. Rusty did kind of go off on Giuseppe.
Mhm.
So you get to mark HX +1.
It's +3 and then the +3 you change it, right?
Yeah,
No,
plus
+4.
what? I thought
You-
it was
like-
3, then it
Nope.
resets to 1.
If you get a plus after you have 3, which makes it 4, it resets to 1.
And you mark experience.
Yep.
Do
who
they mark
knew-
experience as well? I forget.
No, just you.
Okay.
Who knew Giuseppe better?
Who saw me more vulnerable?
I kind of did like pull you in, and like to your reluctance.
And it was that during that part in that talk back and forth. I am so sorry. The negotiation, so sorry. During the negotiation, whenever Giuseppe just looked at Lug like, well,
Oh yeah, that's a good
what do you
point.
say for the medal?
I know that Giuseppe is a rat.
Giuseppe trusts you, Lug.
Yeah.
with
I'm
the
not doing
medal.
Why?
anything with the medal. I don't use it.
So I mark with Giuseppe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Lug
that's
is
an
medal.
experience.
Never let Giuseppe do anything on behalf of you, because he'll be like, I don't have anything to do with it.
Hey, like,
I'm not using the medal. Why do you want me to negotiate for it? It's like, because you're the negotiator.
Because you're the captain of the fucking ship. I'm just gonna sit here and be like, watch me eat shit. Hey,
Eating shit helped you out a lot.
hey,
I
Captain
need help.
Kronk.
I'm starting to break down. Giuseppe's been tormented by a monster, gotten his eye ripped out. He needs the support. But he also needs to support other people because he keeps dragging them into these bad situations. He's very, like, conflicted right now. He really needs, like, a good rest.
So, after this, did anybody gain improvement?
I don't
Oh.
think I got any experience, honestly. In some way, I feel like I should have rolled more.
We all rolled dumb.
One thing I wanted to do but didn't get to do is I wanted to ask. Maybe I can do this next time we see them. I want to use my what is it again? I wanted to use Fingers in Every Pie to ask him if he could give us protection on the seas for at least the period of time we've agreed to.
Not sure if that's how it works. Let's see.
It just says
Put out the word that
something.
you want a thing. Could be a person, could be something, could be a thing. That's, yeah, you're not exactly, like, asking a person things. You're basically saying, like, you're putting out word that you want something, and then it comes to you. Like, it's not like you saying, like, to a person, hey, I want this. You're, like, kind of making it known in the general population, you know?
I haven't used this enough. Someday I'll actually figure out how to, like, act as a character. Roll stuff.
Go incredibly hard like I did this session.
Just go apeshit.
Yeah, go ape shit. Just eat a bunch of stuff.
Anyways,
So,
as far as improvement goes, I'm dummy, and I didn't keep exact track of all the rolls I did. Seth, during editing, can you count if I do any weird or sharp? Because I know for a fact I did at least 3. Then I get experience with
Wind.
a palm.
You can scroll through and see what you've rolled for. Right?
You know what? And you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't roll much this session.
It is fine. Do not apologize.
I like apologizing. It makes you feel in character.
Oh, all right. So what y'all think about that letter?
Oh, that letter was something
It was
else.
something.
Are we still recording?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I'm not
Yeah.
God, I
sure.
hope you
something.
guys are.
Do we
You don't
want
get the
to?
after session stuff.
Do we want to talk speculation during?
Go ahead.
the
Yeah.
recording?
Sure. May as
This
well.
sounds like a rapture situation to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is a man of religion. This sounds like rapture to me, personally.
So let's see. We had like the vision of like the world like being on fire, everyone looking up to the sun absorbing everyone, and then being doused by water. believe.
Only Rusty
only I
got to
got
see
that.
it.
Yeah,
Yep.
Rusty got to see it and he didn't tell us.
Whether he shares that is his decision.
No, he hasn't shared it yet. Nor does he
Okay.
probably intend to just right off the bat. Because
That's fair.
he's still upset. He's sobbing while getting yelled at. And I gotta say, thank goodness fucking Thistle didn't just beat his shit in right off the bat after last session. Like, you bastard, you pulled me into the water. Or you pushed me.
Is there anything specific about the testimony that you wanted to talk about? Like, were there any specific, I don't know, I'll call them passages that you were like,
Was it like typed out, you said?
No, it's, I think it was written.
Does the handwriting consistent between it all?
Yep.
Okay,
It's all
so
the same person.
the person just has a breakdown in the middle of the letter talking about 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Fucking understood.
Well, not
that.
just 7-Eleven. What else does it say?
Sarah
Driving.
Baxter, the bitch who cuts me off every Tuesday, and the drifters behind the 7-Eleven.
I mean, there's more than just the names.
Don't want to be. The T's are doubled in want. The Tuesday is misspelled. Anything else you guys see? There's no apostrophes on don't.
You're really trying to figure out some ARG shit when it's
I
like,
don't know. You tell me
what's
to like
there is
analyze
there.
it.
I've got to get it up on my phone because I can't scroll up due to the recording. Actually, you know what?
That's
I could.
fine.
Since we're analyzing it, sure. And we can just go back up to it.
Oh, you can
There we go.
get that for the audience.
Yeah,
or
for
us
the
as well.
audience. There you go. And for us,
Yeah,
whenever
we're not
we
rolling
go back.
anything, so.
Curious as to what was left out. Like, we were given enough information. Just enough. I'm still curious on to what the vessel is. Like,
Will take us from ourselves and to make us into everyone.
I understand
ki-
that's kind of what I saw in the vision before I fucked off.
So taking, I think that would be connect. Didn't the cult like all act as one? The cult we saw in Millions.
I mean,
The-
like,
Whatever.
that's how
those.
augury do.
Hmm.
It was a ritual.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm curious to know who they will save us.
It seems like written like as like a personal thing from the first. It starts to say like my last testimony, but like later on it starts referring to like we've. Someone like probably wrote this in their last moments.
I may just be throwing balls around with this one, but I want to say that the vessel and this kind of coincides with the lab stuff we saw in Millions. I want to say like that felt like a incredibly huge deal. All of that, like the whole education center with the children, the fact that all the Lenas look the same, like the monitors. Just it feels.
Yeah, what about those monitors, though?
Feels incredibly important because there was. I'm sorry, I can't remember exact details because bad memory. Thanks, everything.
Oh, you want me to remind you what the monitor said?
Yeah, because I remember it was like, "I'm so sorry. We are so sorry." It was something like that, correct?
Yep.
Okay, good. Not misremembering that. like, I want to say that we're so sorry kind of connects with this. We're so sorry we couldn't fix it. We couldn't put it back together. There was possibly no way we could have.
What about what the
Done
guy
it.
said?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. You've got to remind me. I've got. A lot has happened.
Well, do you remember the last thing he said?
Oh, I'm so sorry. No.
Oh, does anyone else?
The last thing
Yep.
he said.
We have 2 other people here.
Yeah, the last thing that our mysterious, not Jerry person said.
Tell them I won't go with them. Something like that.
I'm not
I won't
sorry.
be a part of them.
You should tell them I'm
What?
not sorry.
Oh
No,
yeah,
you-
that's what I meant.
You got it really wrong.
Tell them
Wow.
I don't forgive them.
Listen.
That's it.
How is that really wrong? I was close.
Tell them I'm not sorry.
Sorry,
Versus
sorry
I
and forgiveness. It's very similar concepts.
No.
Sorry, I've just got like. You know, whenever you get a high and you come off of it and your brain gets stupid?
I understand.
Yeah.
If you want more time before we do more of this kind of, like, speculation shit.
No, cause like. It's good to do it in the moment because it's like we're recording right now, and whenever we're doing it later, we're not recording.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming.
I suppose, oh, sorry, go on.
I'm assuming that not Jerry was possibly referring to millions in this case, connecting back to what I said earlier and all that. Like, this person knew about millions in the whole thing and like knew it didn't go right, possibly because of Gormeiser. I'm not quite sure if it was because of Gormeiser or not, and Lenark. But I remember Gormeiser saying like specifically that Lenark didn't have an effect on the emotional skyscraper. So I'm assuming Lenark came after Gormeiser started trying to pick things up from the Millions facility. So I feel like obviously Gormeiser was there before, like, Lenark started picking things up.
Are you sure?
I feel like that must be the case. Well, not must be, but like is a possible case for it, because I know it's just like one singular line of, yeah, she didn't get affected by the emotional skyscraper, so we just kind of put that into the plan. Which makes me think even further, like possibly BG is like somehow responsible for this, because
It's all connected.
it's
all
all connected, dude. Fucking Pepe Sylvia
Fucking,
over here.
here's
but, like,
Rusty, like, taking a bunch of space in the fucking bar just with a big corkboard. And, like, pins and red...
Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia.
God.
Yeah, pretty much. What do you think, Wynn? You haven't talked in a while.
I'm reading the Wikipedia article for the Spoke Zarathustra, and I'm trying to comprehend this, but I'm big dummy, and my religion mind cannot understand this because it says lots of things about no religion. Joking aside, it's weird. It's a weird belief I never knew existed, and I'm going to have to do some digging into this, I think. Well, summer started, so at least I have some literature to read now.
I suppose.
I looked up All or Nothing, and it's a chef book.
There's a lot of books with all or nothing.
Oh, fucking finally, you can cook!
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, if you can like link me the exact All or Nothing you meant, just that would be nice. And
I
see how
didn't
that
in
relates to
particular.
me. I don't know what's going on with all this like weird like religion and coming to the light and stuff. All I know is Giuseppe wants to get it away from him, away from anyone else, and then he wants to just like go rest for a while.
Giuseppe has no god, he only has alcohol.
He has his friends. That's what matters.
I kind of want to continue on this when I'm reading, because if I'm understanding this right, it is saying that the, Enlightenment, I believe they're referring to one of the, what's it called? Great Enlightenment, where scientific stuff progressed really fast, really far, and it said that happening made a lot more reason to not believe in God. Therefore, not believing in God didn't give a good moral compass. Therefore, this book kind of needed to make a new one.
Do you have any thoughts on the testimony anymore?
The testimony. Let me take one last look at it.
You could ask questions while I mean, I'm not going to answer them obviously, but you can ask yourself questions about each particular bit. What does this mean?
Do you guys
the
want
fuck
to talk
is
about
that?
anything in particular here? Just among us three.
Curious as to don't want to be Sarah, don't want to be Baxter.
I have a feeling there was like a brief breakdown of some sort. The author broke down midway
Yeah,
through,
but
started confessing.
specifically what they meant by those lines.
Maybe talk about the life that's not related to this savior thing. Maybe this is why. Maybe they. It's hard to say exactly. That we've taken too much, not enough left too. It sounds like they're doing this out of a lack of resources or something.
Wind, it sounded like you had something to say, perhaps? Or were you just reading?
Both.
Oh.
Hang on, let me read one more thing. Okay, yeah, this is what I thought. I'm looking more into this, and the book outlines a bit of stuff with Eternal Return, which, of course, in and of itself, is a basis for the theory of reincarnation until salvation. So how some cultures believe that when you die you come back as something else until you do enough good stuff that you can ascend. So
basically the Buddhist method of reincarnation.
Yeah. The book sounds like it kind of had some stuff where it founded that, which is
Do you think that that's related? Well, do you think it doesn't contradict what's written here?
Well, another thing I know from some of that kind of stuff is that one theory is that everyone is the same person also within this reincarnation process. So I feel like in that sense it would be, I don't want to be the same person as these people being stuck in this loop until we do enough good.
Do you think that's related to some of the other little lines in this?
I'd have to reread it real quick.
No, it's not too long.
I will say, I think I managed to get some good lines in this session, even if I didn't roll too much.
Yeah, they were nice. You did good.
Sorry,
I think all of you did pretty good.
But
I think I finally figured out Giuseppe's motivations now, at least defined them more. I think it was kind of obvious from how I was talking in most of my descriptions, when I went over the backstory. He needs to belong, I guess.
Okay, rereading this. No longer can. Okay.
We did it. We destroyed.
We did it. We destroyed religion. I almost said racism for some reason. Okay.
We also destroyed that.
Okay,
so
yeah, but reading this, if I hope I'm not sounding too preachy or anything with this. This is just kind of an interesting subject to me, at least. What it sounds like is happening with this note is that the world before was under the premise of the reincarnation method, ascending to a higher plane, and you are the same person. Everyone is the same person in some way, shape, or form. They're all from the same source. same energy. Because the book, I'm just gonna say Zara, the book with Zara also has a lot of stuff with everything is one continuous infinite energy. And to me, this sounds like this note.
I think
Your cat really
we
wants
should,
in
I
on this
think we should listen to
discussion.
your cat. I think the cat has some interesting things to say about whoever wrote this book.
Cat's like, I hate Nietzsche.
I do too, little buddy.
Oh,
Anywho,
boy.
as I was
It
saying,
is niche after all, isn't it?
this to me sounds like a letter of a man who, I say man, of a person who has been under this religious belief and who has been introduced to some form of, for lack of a better word, Christianity or something where there is one higher power or something. There is something higher, and it's not just an endless loop. And to me, it sounds like they are saying, it sounds like this was a big movement. It sounds like there were a lot of people who bought into that, and there were a lot of people who truly believed that there was a way to break through this cycle that they were taught, to break through this cycle and to move on to what was essentially eternal life or something better, something that wasn't this, because it was an infinite loop, it sounds like to me. An infinite loop
What do
where
you think,
everyone was the same.
What do you think the light is?
This higher power that they're describing. I don't know if it's physical, metaphysical, ethereal.
Then who are they? Is they the light?
How did he eat it?
What?
Is the light just a way of communication?
I'm confused. What?
the
Nothing,
ball
never
of
mind.
light. We're talking about a
No,
different light, Apom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The light in the writing.
Okay. Sorry.
Well, going off
Well,
of what. Oh, sorry.
no,
Win,
no,
you want to
you go.
continue?
I don't want to hog everything. You go.
Okay, well,
You can say what you need to.
well, kind of going off the letter and what Wind has said, the book describes, I'm going to assume they and the light are one and the same coming together.
That's kind of what I was thinking. As in Christianity, at least, there's the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, who are all three entities, yet they are all one. And to me, that kind of sounds like a they thing, because in Christianity, you could say they and refer to the Holy Trinity as it is, but the Holy Trinity, while they are three separate things, they are also the same. They are one, they are three at the same time. It's very confusing. Religion is hard.
It's
And
fine. So you think like that
You're
this
talking a lot
person
about
was or like I don't know, hoping or looking forward to or something that they were going to join with this light?
it sounded desperate. It sounded
yeah.
it sounded almost
Right,
doubtful.
because it says we've taken too much. There's nothing left if they don't.
We don't deserve their help.
That's a common thing within Christianity as well. I know I'm going on about it a bunch, but it's just this is one of the things I know.
Hey, it's fine. It's
Yeah,
parallels.
this is interesting
Yeah.
to
If you
hear
have
about.
if you
a lot
have
to talk
something to
about
like,
here.
yeah, if you have something to like to relate to something that's not invalid.
I know that. Oh, do you want to go?
I was only going to point people towards the vessel. The lines about the vessel. What do people think the vessel is? The vessel
Is
is the
it-
key. The vessel is the bridge. The vessel will take us from ourselves and make us into everyone.
Is it?
The
I
facility
feel
on
like it'd have to be
Millions.
some. I feel like
Oh,
it'd have to be
continue,
some
Apom.
physical thing. Like, is it some machine? Is it some? Is it a place? It's the bridge. It's the key and also the bridge. It connects something. Is like the key to like their salvation. It connects them to what they need to go to, and will take them from themselves and make them into everyone.
if I can continue on my religious ranting, like the crazed man I
ahead.
am, Vessel is another big thing, and you
What
guessed
do you
it.
guys think?
And
It's Jesus.
yes, Jesus, and
Jesus if he was a vase.
yeah, but there's also the whole thing of, in a lot of media and literature, with this kind of theming and parallels of like rapture. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I do know that there are a lot of things that draw parallels to a physical vessel, and not as in like a spiritual one, as in heaven being a physical place that we can go, so we need to make this spaceship so we can go to heaven in our
Fuck
Christ
college
spaceship.
internet.
We gotta build
Fuck
this
college
tower.
internet.
Oh, cool. College internet.
Did I get cut off in the middle of my statement?
A little.
You sure fucking did.
Okay.
Do you want to
I
start
was
from the
just
beginning
talking
of it?
about like vessel, maybe like a machine or like a place, something. It's like
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Oh, he
connect
died.
something to what
And
you
he's
need to.
back. Hey, this is a pretty good spot to sync it up.
Yeah.
What's going on?
We're just making jokes.
Okay.
You cut out again because internet.
I love internet. I love it so much. I don't know what
You
to
won't-
say anymore.
Don't worry, soon you'll be out of this.
Yeah, so you'll send.
Yeah, you'll send too.
I hope actually
Oh,
that may be
God.
causing with the recording. I was talking without it realizing that
Going.
my I was
Well,
talking
Yeah,
without.
that's true.
well,
So you
we'll
might have
we'll
to,
just
like,
get to
cut a
hear
section
it.
out.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
It'll be in the extras that nobody gets access to, including ourselves.
Okay.
But I was just ranting on about how vessel could have two meanings, whereas Jesus Christ was like the spiritual vessel, but a lot of media and literature with this kind of like rapture story likes to portray a rapture as heaven being a physical place and the people needing a physical vehicle or vessel to go. That's it. That's what I'm thinking
So you're thinking of vessel less as a thing that holds stuff and more as a boat.
Well, it still
Like
it
nautical
holds
vessel.
stuff. It holds people.
Well, sure, but it's not like a cup.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, an APOM can relate to this. Fucking Iconoclasts. That game, what Iconoclasts? It was a
Yeah.
rapture story, and they were making those spaceships so they could go to the moon because they thought that that's where God was.
Yeah.
So, like, it feels like it would, in this context, it would be something like that. They think there is a place they can go, and they want to physically go there.
That makes sense. Never thought we'd be able to connect that game to this.
Finally, Iconoclasts has a use.
We did it.
We did it.
Finally, Iconoclast is good.
Finally.
It's a good game. I wish it could be better. But this is not my game review show.
It is now. I'm gonna review Iconoclast. Iconoclast itself is a very
Please?
good game, except...
Number 15, Iconoclast.
Alright.
The
Alright,
last
so
thing
now...
you want in your video
now I've
game
gotta do
is
it
a
in that
lot of
voice.
backtracking, but that might be what you get.
Fine.
I'm gonna die.
Alright. Here, so... Iconoclast is a pretty good game, except that it has some major flaws in its genre specifics and how it displays and portrays characters and gameplay.
No, you're a little too flat. You have to go like, It's like there's like an inflection that goes up and down.
Okay,
Should we stop?
That might be what you
recording right here?
get.
no, let's leave this in.
Okay,
You also
leave
have
this in?
to. You also have to mispronounce.
If
some-
y'all have no more speculation.
All I'm
I-
gonna
Is
okay,
there
say.
anything
but I
else you
want-
want to say about the session?
This was a good session.
This was a very good session. It started off like a little weak. I wasn't good at negotiating. I'm sorry. I threw it
Yeah,
out
I
everyone
feel
under
that
the
way as
bus.
well. Not because of you, but because of like the method of it.
All I would say, relating to this stuff is obvious. Like, the thing in millions, the facility in millions. I'm gonna go on and on about that.
You sure
Right.
are.
That's
I
why
want
we
to,
need
actually
to-
real quick. Could you become try and reconcile what that everything you were saying meant? Like you talked a lot about how millions was related to this, but what do you think it is in relation?
Like the push forward, like after we've reset everything, this is our backup for humanity. These people will push us forward. Will be able to pick up the pieces and rebuild.
I think we're gonna need to re-inspect the facility once we return. And thankfully, Crunk, that bastard, gave us a good reason to go back.
Yeah.
Fucking hate Crunk. I'm gonna fucking punch him in the face. Giving me
Jeez.
trauma.
Jeez.
I thought he was an okay guy when he asked to parlay. I didn't realize that he's gonna be a bitch.
I mean, he was
He's a
an
fucking
alright guy.
pirate.
He was an alright guy to me. He let me swallow that sword. Or, you know.
You
Everyone's
could've
an alright guy to
died.
you, Rusty.
Yeah. Everybody is an
Anyways.
alright guy to Rusty.
Anyways, I'm fine with stopping the recording, but I'd like to also record me giving my good Iconoclast review, because I'm still gonna do that afterwards, if we're not
Okay.
leaving that in.
Anything else? Last call.
Who do you think that man was?
I think
Jerry Prime.
probably
I don't know.
came from the same clutch as Jerry or something, but was not a follower. He could still eat weird things. Perhaps he had the same abilities, but he wasn't willing to show them. Perhaps he could have snapped all our necks, but he didn't want to.
What do you think that light was that you took and then gave back?
it's hard to say because I really don't know right now.
What I'm worried, personally, now hear me out. The feral Jerrys? What if this Jerry eating that light orb is what's gonna put him down the path of becoming a feral Jerry? A fairy.
Say this. Don't say this.
I don't want.
What
I don't
if
want.
we
I don't
just
want to add
created
another one.
another one?
I want to say though.
What if this is our fault?
A
We
lot of
did
things
this.
are our fault.
But
A
what
lot
if
of things
this
are our fault.
specifically is our fault?
Guess we'll have to find out.
Going back to the person who looks like Jerry, I want to say it's sort of kind of like the Lena's, where there's maybe another facility that probably isn't in function anymore, perhaps. Possibly the building we're in, but we don't know it because we didn't really explore the bottom half. Perhaps that and that person was probably left over and just didn't want to be out there with the other Jerrys. It's really hard to say, but
There seems to be a lot of things the forefathers left behind just to not deal with,
mhm.
and we're running into all the aftermath of that.
Yeah, it seems like you're running into a lot of the before times stuff in this session.
Yeah, they left a lot of baggage for us.
Well, y'all went digging.
Yeah.
We went digging. We found more stuff.
You
We're
literally
gonna
opened a
be-
luggage.
Yep.
You looked in their baggage and you found weed.
Didn't give me the perfume.
You can get the perfume next session. Just remind me, and we'll start with you toking the perfume.
It's funny now that you're essentially collecting drugs.
Yeah.
You have a block of cocaine and a bunch of fat nugs.
Which
This
you
is
guys
why
won't
BG
give me.
This is why BG wanted Rusty. BG predicted this.
That I'd
God.
just be a fucking drug hound?
Yeah.
You haven't even done a drug in your life.
No, well, I did that cocaine bit. Just a little bit.
Oh yeah, you did a little bit.
I did just munch. I tried to munch, but you guys
I'm
took
gonna
it
munch.
from me.
I'm
Gonna
gonna
crunch.
crunch. Okay.
The Rusty Bucket Bay theme.
Pretty much.
Gosh.
It seems like that's about it, huh?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think so.
I can't wait to see how, perhaps, maybe not, BG relates to this stuff, if at all. I don't think maybe he relates to like the before past stuff, but like if it's probably going to be obvious that BG kind of knows because he did have control over millions for a bit. So it's kind of it should be obvious that he kind of looked around and like, "Oh, hey, this is important." Obviously, outside of perhaps like initially thinking, "Oh, hey, this is an important landmass. This is actually land. I got to have it." And then like, "Oh, hey, there's even more important stuff in here. Got to have it." Don't know what he's gonna do with it or plan to do with it, if at all anything, but I'm kind of curious. That's all I wanted to say.
Hey, it's cool. I'm glad you're looking forward to stuff. I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to seeing if this actually went the way we want it to.
It didn't, because I have a marble now.
No, I mean like the recording.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm hoping
that
so.
too.
I'm gonna check the video
yeah.
just to make sure my voice is like in the recording.
I hope it is.
God, I hope it is. April.
Guys,
What?
I haven't been recording. I'm kidding.
Wayne, I'm
Yeah, I
about to
I was
fucking
gonna, I was
cry.
gonna,
Wayne, I was about to.
kill you.
I was
about to
almost
throw
in
hands.
tears.
Oh, yeah, what I wanted to ask, how do you think my like voice performance was?
Pretty
Good.
good. This
I
was a
think
good
it's
one.
good.
Good as always.
Oh, thank
Honestly,
you.
Mm.
you always put like so much like what not emphasis, not
Emotion?
purpose
Purpose.
into it, because the pauses when you decide to pick things up back up in like timing feels really good.
Did I read the letter right nicely?
Yes.
I think you read it fine.
Okay.
And even then, we went over it with a fine-tooth comb, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
It's still on screen, so
It sure
everybody
is.
can still read it. Guess I'll stop the recording on Zeeps then, because we're not. Redboat's not active.
Yeah, I didn't do much with Fredboat. That's generally what I want to try to do, is just have like the one kind of song that I'll play maybe a couple times throughout a session, rather than several, which might require you to like fuck with the fucking volume.
We could
You
do
know.
it in post now.
Yeah, I guess we could, huh?
Post.
So we want to
Yeah.
say goodbye now?
Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
Look forward to my
everyone.
Iconoclast review, which will be posted on Seth's channel.
No, it won't.
Right.
Yes, it will.
Okay, yep.
You won't
We're
send
good.
it to me.
Stopping recording now.
Remember, guys, we're traumatized. Everyone traumatized.